All right. Set, back, live, fixed.
Okay.
There we go. All right. All right. So, to recap, you guys played the shit out of this deck. This is the 4-color soul deck. Did you guys initially come across this list
Yes.
from Caleb Durward?
No, actually, my friend Adam Boyd, one of the members of the prestigious Club, basically a group of ruffians championed by Tim Ayton back about 4 or 5 years ago. He lives in Kansas City, and he and a couple of his friends built this deck, and they went to a PTQ, say around the first month of the season, and Adam went 1-2, and his two friends didn't lose a match, either of them. The only match that either of them lost the entire tournament was to each other.
Wow.
And then Tim Ely won the tournament, just ran the table. And then, like, Jerry posted about it in his daily deck list column on Star City, and then nobody heard from it again until it just, like, sprang up on Moto about a month later. And then Caleb Durward, among some other people, I think Neil Reeves has been playing it on Moto also.
Okay.
But there hasn't been any like huge tournaments or anything where like live tournaments where the deck has been featured, but it's just been tearing apart Moto.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I liked this deck ever since Adam or ever since Tim won at PTQ. I was like, I really want to play this. But I hadn't really been playing very much Magic, so I didn't I could play it at FNM, but I don't own any cards, so it would just be a hassle to try to get somebody to build the deck. And this was the first opportunity that I really had to play it all season. So I took it, and it was just as good as I thought it would be.
Nice.
If not better.
Yeah. So there's been only a couple subtle changes that we've made like for tonight.
Right.
Key among them is sort of moving a treasure. You had a treasure cruise in your main deck, right?
No, I actually put them in my sideboard, but the PTQ that was played was on Sunday.
Yeah.
So Spencer and Kent played Treasure Cruise over the Thoughtseize on Sunday, and they both been in the PTQ, so that's probably a good change. At least it's not a bad change.
Yeah. And then the other one that you added, the 4th Wingmate Rock, cut the Commune with the Gods, and shaved an Elvish Mystic for another land, notably a Temple of Mystery in this case.
Yes. So I think the thing with this deck is that it's 4 colors and all the cards are great. So there's probably a pretty good chance that it doesn't really matter what individual cards you're putting in the deck because they're all so good. And I mean, there's going to be minimal. You're going to notice minimal differences as far it's going to be hard to mess it up too badly because the power level of everything is so high. Just make sure that the mana's smooth and you can cast your things on curve, and you're good to go. So what we did was we added a couple more planeswalkers in the deck because I noticed, especially on my match against blue-white at the end of the day, and just against blue control decks in general, the threats that I had weren't very diversified. It was just all giant creatures, and they were really, really strong. But if your opponent has a way of dealing with that type of threat very well, then you can get shut down, like I did in the quarterfinals against Jim.
Yeah.
So I wanted to add some planeswalkers just to make it a little bit more difficult for him to just make the rest so dominating against me.
Okay. And I mean, they have nice incremental value against other different matchups too, right? Like the threat diversification is important, but they also just become ace in the holes against some of your, otherwise rougher matchups, right? So
they're just fantastic. Planeswalkers tend to be fantastic cards.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, so
as long as I'm casting them on curve, that's great.
So what do you think here? I mean, you've got the mana for Courser, and you've got Courser, but we've got nothing until then. We are on the play, though.
Tell you what. Why don't you make all the plays for this game and explain why you're making those plays?
Okay.
And then I will sit back and I'll watch, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay. So this seems like on the play we could be okay if we draw some mana accelerants here. Courser should be able to get us out to Sidisi and Sea Drato on 4. The problem is if we're against Blue-White Heroic, we're basically stone dead if we keep this in. So I think, the other thing is we only have 23 lands in the deck, and we do need to make sure that we hit our land. So I'm actually just going to keep this in and see what happens, since we are on the play.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Yeah, realistically, if we're like Courser, Sidisi attacking a Wingmate Rock somehow, this hand's ridiculous.
For sure. Also, Blue-White Heroic is, from what I've been told, I haven't actually gotten to play the matchup yet, but from what I've been told, it's atrocious anyway, so just pretend like they're not Blue-White Heroic. And...
This is cute. So it could be the
good sign.
Salty Control deck, or...
Whatever it is, it's slow, which is good.
That's right.
If I see a forest, I'm happy.
I mean, this is fine to play here. No reason for us not to. Could go for a white source. So, alright. So, the Sidisi Whip deck. Whoa, whoa.
Actually, I never played against this deck. Ooh, Night Howler.
Yes.
Get some Conley technology.
This is going to be...
We're going to see some Nemesis Immortals also?
Maybe. So we kept the swamp. Alright. So we'll open our yard too. Alrighty. Well, we have Courser on time. So that's fine. And we have the Elvish Mystic right on time. Right on
that's why
time.
2 of those. He's definitely the worst card in your deck a lot of times.
Yeah. But like, you need them to attack, right? Like that's the issue.
I mean,
right?
they're not as bad as they are in other decks.
Yeah.
Because you can make them, you can overrun them. But for example, right here, it's pretty rancid.
Yeah. All right, so scratch to the top. Still has a swamp in hand. All right, PNG, Commune with the Gods.
I recommend
Keeps the whip.
getting a Windswept Heath next turn on top of your deck.
Okay.
Seems like a good strategy.
I can get behind that strategy, yep. Nope, we got the Murderous Cut.
I'll take it. Kills a Night Howler.
Does kill a Night Howler.
Sort of.
All right.
I guess we're not actually getting it though, so.
No. Caster Sidisi. There's that Windswept Heath that we wanted.
Yeah, right on time.
Now, to be fair, we did just mill out 2 Carridids, which are functionally... Well, I mean, they're white mana for us, but... I mean, like...
Yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy with this play, with this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are going well this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of... The mana's actually been surprisingly good. I
was very skeptical at first. Usually, Mana Confluence is just... You don't usually want to play Mana Confluence, but in this deck you kind of have to.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's been fine. The damage doesn't seem like that big of a problem because there's so many opportunities for you to gain life. We're going to make rocks, siege rhinos, titans.
Yeah. So we don't need this Courser, right? We can just...
We don't. No,
yeah,
we don't want to draw that next
swing
turn.
Around, yeah.
We also just want to cast our siege rhino this turn anyway, so...
Yeah. Might as well assure...
Oh, yeah, mill it though so that you get the creature for sure.
Yeah. There's our second white, by the way. Oh, we're not going to get it. Unless you want it.
No. No.
Because we want to cast the rhino, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Now, is it worthwhile for us to just throw out the Mystic here? Like, we might as well, too, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have any sweepers, so just get more bodies on the board so that if we put a Titan down, can get to attacking. Or just even attacking for 1. Every damage counts.
Yeah. So he's pretty far behind here, I think.
Yeah, just a little.
Oh, man.
Blow and good luck. What changes, if any, did you make to the deck? We made a few changes, but I don't know if anything's assuredly correct or incorrect yet because the power level of all the individual cards are just so high that there's a lot of room to mess around with.
So he did just drop a queen off his whip here with the Sidisi.
Okay.
So
it was about time to get a Titan, a second white source.
Yeah. All right, so we're just gonna block the hell out of this thing because
we
might
sure.
as well. Is
he just dead?
I mean, I think so.
Even with the bees? We'll see.
So he does have. I mean, the lifelink is a thing.
Creature mystery. I don't really think about deck building that way, I suppose. As far as like adding, new sets change everything. They change to figure out what would be good in adding to this deck. You have to figure out what is going to be played in the next format, like what the tier 1 decks are, what you have to beat. So we pretty much,
I think we pretty much just win right here, right?
So
we're gonna swing. We're not gonna fetch our land until after we've made our guy, and then we just win, right?
Top of their deck. We don't want to fetch a land at all.
Right. No, right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we'll swing, and then count the damage, and then figure it out from there.
Oh shit! Yeah. Soul Theros gets milled. Yeah, battle. He's dead.
Okay.
It's been real. It's been fun.
Real. Attack with all. Yes. That.
Hey, we get a zombie too.
Hey, sweet. All right. So declare your blockers. Do your thing.
Gain 19 life. Actually, I may not kill him. 2, 4, 6.
Well, he's not going to gain life for these.
Right, you're right.
First strike.
First strike. First strike also beats lifelink.
It does.
How's about that?
Soul of Theros. Yeah, that's the thing.
Your health score is 0.
Scoreboard. All right. So Farika's good in this matchup, I have to say, right? Because that's
yeah, for sure.
That's a sweet card. Is
Ash probably? I think they're milling themselves, so let's help them out.
Sure.
I don't know if Andersen Light is good or not. Thoughtseizes are not. Drown in Sorrow might be okay just to kill bees, because he's also got satyrs. But I don't know. I didn't actually play this matchup in this tournament last weekend. Like last week, it was the first time I ever played this deck, so I sideboarded everything on the fly. But I will say the sideboard was fantastic. There's a lot of just good sideboard cards here.
Now, Matt's got it right. Would have been a huge beat if we milled the planes.
Yeah.
Treasure Cruise here is good. Is not good. Like, what do we? So we don't want these mystics, right? Like,
probably not. We don't need to be fast. I don't think.
No.
Because we go over the top of them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't know. Cure is what we want.
You probably could cut a Karayatin as well, but maybe just only one at the most.
I mean, so like, do you want the Kiora? Do you want a Drown? Do you want Negate? What do you want here? Like, because this is 60 with the carry did at 60. If there's any
Kiora, right? Okay.
I mean, like, we could I can see board states that we can manufacture where she can go ultimate probably fairly quickly. But I mean, they've got...
Yeah, she also works very well with the Ashioks. If you get both Ashiok and Kiora, then Ashiok just gets to go nuts because Kiora protects all the planeswalkers.
Okay, so if that's the case, then we want to.
I don't know how good Murderous Cut is against him.
Okay.
Maybe cut like a Murderous Cut and add a Drown Sorrows instead, just to diversify the removal.
Okay.
It's solid against bees, might as well.
Sure. Now, do you want a Kiora here? We'll cut a Carriated and add a Kiora. Or you want to...
Because Kiora and Karayatin work very, very well together. That's the thing. Cruise is good. We're keeping Cruise.
Okay.
We can just run it as is. We can also cut another Murderous Cut and add the Kiora just to try it out in case we draw it. Yeah, for like dailies and 8-mans and stuff, I like when I don't know exactly what I'm doing, it's fine. Just try different things, because the more information that you have, the more you get to find out new things about what's good against what, you know?
Okay. Sound advice? Mr. Thaddeus. Yes, mature audience warning. A little bit later, we start to get saucy and start cursing up a storm. We're being real polite because it's before 10 o'clock. The heroic matchup is so bad that it's...
I've been told that it's really bad. I haven't gotten to play it, so I don't know how bad it is,
Yeah.
but I have been told that it's bad.
But it's like, it's almost... As you put it earlier, right? Like, it's almost worth just and praying that you're just not facing it and move from there.
I think so, yeah.
We do have Kioras as well at this point. This is like the fucking god hand. This is insane.
That's quite nice. It's an average hand.
An average hand.
Just another everyday.
Seems sweet. All these cards in Drown in Sorrow that doesn't kill any of ours. It's so good.
Dude, I had somebody board in Drown in Sorrows against me in the open. I thought seized him, and he had 2 Drown in Sorrows in his hand. It's like, oh, well, okay.
These are real good against my Rhino, by the way. Oh, you want to take my zombie?
That's my Leno was toast.
There's that Night Howler again.
I had Night Howler in the very first deck I played this season.
Really?
Yep. It was basically that deck, except there weren't any coursers or other pick cards in it. It was just Night Howlers and Nemesis and Mortals. It was awful. Couldn't beat a Hornet.
This is fine. Now, there's probably part of me that says you could just play the Forest there to guarantee that no matter what land you wanted to play next turn, you can play Courser.
I don't think that matters because you have the Caryatid. So, you mean Courser and still block, I suppose. This is going to be a nice play. I guess we're not playing Sidisi, though.
I guess not. Oh, man.
Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe we do. Let me think.
4 lands.
Because I don't know how important those creatures are, actually, for him.
No, I mean, and it's
Probably
our only... What's that?
The thing is, he could, like, slam a Night Howler on one of them. So we just want to get all those shitters off the board so that we don't have to deal with a Night Howler.
So he took a Temple. Okay. So you said we want to get these guys off the board? Because then we're going to put them all in the yard to make the Night Howlers better. Like, I don't know if we want to do that right now, do we?
That's true, but I don't want him to bestow a Night Howler onto one of them either. I mean, if they're in the graveyard, he can't do that.
Sure.
Well, I don't think we should play Sidisi. We should play Rhino, because the zombie token is going to die to the Drown in Sorrows.
Yeah. So Rhino first, and then we can deal with all those guys afterwards, like, or do you want to clean them up with Drown now? Like, that's the question.
Right.
It's like, I hear what you're saying. Like,
I think we Drown.
He's got 5 cards in hand, and 2 of them are land, right? So he's probably just a little.
Yeah, we also Stone Rain him if we Drown.
Sure.
We could also just ask Nasty. He's a genius and knows everything.
I can't complain about that.
Whenever I don't know what to do, I just ask Nasty.
Oh, we want this or we don't want this? Like, we're trying to flip a soul
Satyr?
guy? Like,
we have no need for a Satyr right now.
All right, I'm gonna play the fetch land and leave it up without cracking it, so that way we can try to blue value off the Courser later. Yeah. Yep.
Although do note that when swept heath has to be a plains.
Yes. There's Delta. So he Sidisi's here. Does he cast Whip? Yes, and what does he roll over? 2 Wayfinders and a Delta. Alright.
Is that all his way? Yeah, that's all his Wayfinders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we got one anyway.
That's good. Actually, that's fine because it lets us have 4 shots at getting to a what's it called? The
Soul.
assault. Yeah.
Okay, so
Don't crack that Heath.
Don't crack this now.
I don't think so. Well,
we only one land. If we do flip it, we're fucked on the land, right?
I mean, are we playing Siege Rhino this turn?
I mean, I think so. Like, I'm pretty sure we're playing Siege Rhino this turn because we want to save the Wayfinder to play the turn we play Sidisi.
Right. So I'm thinking, I don't know. Do you think we can hold off on cracking that Heath until Courser gets into play? Do we get card selection? And then an extra chance at drawing a card off of Courser?
Well, we can find out what he does this turn, I guess, after we play the Siege Rhino.
Right. Because Caryatid gains us 2 life. No, he's not going to be bashing us.
No.
Yeah, it gains us 2 life if he kills the Siege Rhino because he gets to block us off each other. I don't know how much I care about that, though. Because you got 4 cards in hand.
I haven't fixed the deck list link yet, guys, so it's not going to work, but I'll get that fixed for you soon. Alright, 4 in hand, one of them's a land. This is Hero's Downfall.
Yeah, I had a hunch.
Yeah. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we could easily play Courser this turn if we wanted to, but I feel like we kind of want Sidisi to catch up. And he's just flipped a queen, too.
Yeah, that would be... Maybe we shouldn't have drowned. I don't know. Hindsight's 2020 and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Courser plus Banishing Light on the Sidisi.
It's cute.
Oh, no. Okay, I thought you just cracked the place with you.
No, because we can only get the planes with this.
Right.
So play the Courser. It's an opulent
Nope,
palace,
can't do that.
which we can't play.
We want to curve out.
So fetch this. Get our planes. Siege Rhino.
Party time.
I hear that's a pretty good magic card. Well, I guess we'll just play this card. The Miser Banishing Light is hilarious.
Yeah, it's nice. It was nice that you could get it off of Commune with the Gods.
Nice. Yeah, that's cute.
But since we cut that, it doesn't. That synergy is kind of gone. But it is a nice catch-all. Oblivion Ring. It's good stuff. Just trying to get us all fancy.
JJ flipped. Wow. John Johnson.
Hey, John.
Yeah, it's just... There's no denying the power level of this deck. This is just a trip to Crazy Town.
Yeah, this is the strongest thing we can be doing with Standard right now. For sure.
Aww.
Interesting. Yeah, I suppose it's fine against us.
Well, I mean, like, I guess all we have are Coursers, and well, he's killing the Courser anyway.
Really? Sweet.
Fine for us.
Well, what does that mean? Do you think he has another Sidisi? I feel if he had another Sidisi, he'd play another Sidisi.
I would think so.
I don't really understand why he did that. Courser's not very important in this matchup. I just don't. I mean, whatever. People do anything.
Yeah. It's definitely not important at this stage in the game either.
It's nice to figure out whether or not they're doing it because they just do anything, or if they're doing it for a reason. And I honestly don't know right now.
So at this point in time, I feel like I'm okay with hitting Sidisi and a Wayfinder this turn.
Yeah, we'll play the Wayfinder first, though, because we don't know. The information that we get off the Wayfinder might change our play. So just keep our options open based on seeing more cards.
Okay, so is that
I like
information...
to always do the draw card thing first.
Okay, but is that information worth a 2/2? Because if we have Sidisi in play and we hit the Wayfinder, we flip it over, we get another one, right?
Oh, is there a Wayfinder on top of our deck?
No, it's in our hand. So the point is, like, if we're going to play Sidisi and Wayfinder this turn, why would we not play Sidisi before the Wayfinder? So yes, we can hit Wayfinder and then see what flips over in the yard. But if we flip over a creature and Sidisi's not on the board, then we miss out on an opportunity to get another 2/2, right? Like we could end up with like 4
shit,
guys.
is that how Sidisi works? I don't know what cards do.
Yeah.
You have to remember, I've just come back to Magic. So
Yeah. So
Holy
Sidisi whenever
I
you
went through
one.
that entire tournament not knowing that interaction. Okay, yeah, we're doing it that way.
Okay. Sounds good then. Sidisi.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
man. Alright there. Kill this shit, I don't care. Yep. Flip me some cards, boys. We hit Farika, so that counts.
Yeah, alright.
We'll play this Wayfinder. We whiff on a land, but we get all sorts of these creatures in the graveyard.
Yeah, we whiffed on Titans.
Yeah.
I was hoping, mill 7 cards. Figure you'd get a Titan. That's okay, we got 3 more.
Yep.
But he's down to 2 cards. So yeah, it looks like he's a bit out of steam. All tuckered out.
Commune with the gods to find a whip here, probably.
It's too slow.
Found a Night Howler.
Really good for him. Nice big creature. Block with zombie.
Stain the Mind, by the way.
I don't know what that card does. Is that? Oh, it's convoke cranial extraction. Right?
It is.
Yeah, that way. Sure. I don't know what it's doing in his deck, but I don't know what Night Howler's doing in his deck either. So, what are you gonna do?
So this does nothing if it doesn't have trample. Like, why would
That's
you
a
play this card?
19.
Yeah, 1918. Yeah. Well, I'll block with this Wayfinder.
He's got that many features in this graveyard right now?
Yeah.
Oh, all graveyards. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We'll just block with this.
Yeah, goodbye, Savior.
No trample. No trample. We have a palace.
Hang on a second. Don't do that.
Okay.
We're gonna attack, because here's the thing. We could attack, and then, were you planning on attacking with zombie tokens? Do you want to do that?
I mean, we might. Well, if he double blocks our Sidisi, then he only loses 1 zombie. Like, that's probably bad, right?
Yes, that's a good point. So if we're not attacking with Sidisi, then go ahead and put the Siege Rhino down. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, just attack with zombies.
Yeah.
That's kind of annoying. Because, like, what I want to do is attack with Sidisi and then hit a Titan.
I see what you're saying.
That might be a bit too bold.
All right. So we attacked both of these. Oh. Do it. Yeah, that's like exactly what we wanted.
That's fine.
Like, best possible scenario for us. Yeah, that's...
Yep. That guy out there. He's got a jump blocker with Karate. Although there's a good chance he's just not going to attack next turn. I wouldn't attack it.
All right. So
he's
now he's down to 1 card. So we can sacrifice the Caryatid to the block now that we have 6 mana on the table, 2 of which are white.
Right.
So
the thing is, I don't think he absolutely shouldn't be attacking unless like he draws something very good here.
Like that?
I don't know. Is that good?
Now Leah gives his creatures trample.
That is good. Well, shit.
So we're not quite dead yet.
Lifelink stuff.
Plus he can pump it 2/2.
Can't. Yeah, he can pump it once, so we can't block with Soulmate Cryo. I guess we have to block with Rhino.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah, that is awkward.
That was a good draw. Grand Prix, play Primeval Titans? Nah, man, play Ascendancy. Be a man.
Yeah, I think we're dead here.
Doesn't look good.
Does not look good. We hit a guy, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
we
just
3. We play a rock. How much? Yeah, we're still dead.
Yeah.
All right. So that being the case, we know that we need to bring back in these murderous cuts.
That seems fine. Let's see. Can you negate a bestowed?
You can negate it when it's bestowed. Yes.
Then I don't hate that either because it counters whip as well.
Okay.
Also, Kiora seems very good against something like that.
Okay.
So let's get out the
Now that we showed him drown, we can take it out, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Vanishing Light seems... Yeah, we want to kill him.
Like, do we just shave? Like, we shave a carry to
Yeah,
shave
we
a
can
force
shave
or...
a wing, probably.
Okay. 2, 1.
Just one.
Okay.
Still good. Let's get that cut out of there still, I think.
Which?
The murder's cut. Because it doesn't work very favorably against Bestow.
Okay.
I
mean, that's 60.
I don't know if there's any... Yeah, I'm just trying to think if we want to add room for a negator too. How important do you think Courser is in this matchup?
So it's tough because like I can see a shaving one for sure, and if he's already trying to attack our coursers with,
because our coursers don't get through, right?
No, they don't.
They're just getting cards, which is okay. How good are they at blocking against him?
I mean, they block tokens.
They block his DC also.
Yeah.
He still gets his trigger, but he doesn't get to do damage. That's probably fine. Maybe cut down an Ashiok. I don't think Ashiok's going to be all that good against him.
Okay. So we can cut them both for 2 negates.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
It could be wrong, but I think Ashiok is going to be unnecessary.
Okay. You like Hero better on the like dog pile plan?
Right, we're reacting to him. We want the game to go longer so that we can abuse our Soul Theros.
So
Well, this is unfortunate.
So what about this hand? Like, do you keep this
Right.
one because we've got the doubles? Or do we just have to ship it?
I'd keep it and then feel really bad on the drive home because it didn't work out for me.
Okay. So
But we're
you're
just playing
still
Moto right
keeping
now,
it?
so
All right, fine.
on the play though. That's the thing. If it was on the draw, I don't think it would be as tough. But I don't like more under 5.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Awkward.
Ugh. Oh, good. He's dead on colors.
Opens with Commune into a whip.
Get a whip.
Oh, it doesn't get lands. Well, that's what his options are. Kept the
Night Howler. That's fine.
For fuck's
God
sakes.
damn it.
All right, Worth. I've had enough.
See, these are the best ways to lose because that way you can complain about getting unlucky and you don't have to worry about the fact that we made any poor decisions. You just, have to lose one. Mulligan the hell, you know.
Oh, and it's game 3 too. So bad. So bad.
Yeah. We get to discard Soul there.
We do get to discard. Yeah, it's a privilege. Yeah. Mr. Loose Caboose. Hey, we have free black mana now.
Hooray. Yeah, we got him.
So he's just going to bestow this Night Howler and go to town on us?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. Yep. Punt counter goes up to 1. Sweet, look at this.
Yeah, that's the game, boys. I've had enough. I mean, you could keep playing if you want. We're not winning this
So
game.
strong.
I don't know. I think it was a fine play. It's
mean,
really close. If we get there, we win that game probably.
I mean,
And we've got 2 turns to get there. Probably 3 turns. Let's see. If we get there in our first 2 draw steps, probably good to go.
I agree. I agree. I mean, we definitely had the green.
We could afford to whiff once, and I think it would be a very close game. If he's got a very good draw, then we probably don't win. But if he's got an average to poor draw, then we're probably going to make a game out of it if we whiff twice. If we whiff more than twice, which is what happened, then them's the beats.
Yeah.
But by the numbers, I think it was okay. It was just kind of out of our hands at that point.
Yeah. And I mean, you know what? If you wanted to be tighter and make the mulligan, then that's up to you. But I mean, like, I think there's definitely a case that goes either way. But I agree with you. Like, yeah, if we whiffed on the third, we're dead.
If we mulligan there, we are mulling to 5. So
yeah,
it's not like we kept a 7.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So here's the list as it is. The changes that people were asking about. There's Ashiok and Kiora now in the main deck. 1 Treasure Cruise in the main, basically cutting the 2 communes and shaving an Elvish Mystic. There was one other card that got cut, I think.
One of the Treasure Cruises, you said? Oh, right. It was...
The Thoughtseizes. 2 Thoughtseizes.
Yeah, we cut the 2 Thoughtseizes and put in a Treasure Cruise.
And then we also put in the extra land here.
And then an extra land. So it's minus a Mystic, minus 2 Treasure Cruises. Or minus a Mystic, minus 2 Thoughtseizes, plus Ashiok, Kiora, land. What did we cut for the Treasure Cruises? One more card.
Fourth rock.
Let me look at the list.
So it was two Commune with the Gods.
These numbers aren't matching up. That's right, 2 Commune with the Gods. That makes it even.
Yeah. So and then the 4th Wingmate Rock is interesting because it's one of those additional race cards, and when you are able to have the Wingmate Rock out with Raid, because you just throw guys away often, like you're swinging a lot with this deck, even if it's just with like Mystics or Wayfinders or whatever. But you trigger Raid, and then you have Soul of Theros. Yeah, and then if you have Soul of Theros in the yard,
at them and they. This is a trick I learned from Cedric in the Cedric Phillips dojo. You just attack and you stare at them and just like look right through them, and they never block. Doesn't matter what. Like, you could have a 5/5 in play and you're attacking Crusader Wayfinder and you're all tapped out. You just bash and just look through their soul, and then they like tremble in fear and then let it go through.
I'm gonna remember that. That's awesome.
It doesn't work as well in Moto though, because you can't stare through the computer screen into their souls as well. Or at least because they don't know that it's happening. You know.
That's true.
But in real life, yeah. But yeah, Wingmate Rock. Do you remember Broodmate Dragon?
I do remember Broodmate Dragon.
Yeah, Wingmate Rock is kind of like Broodmate Dragon, except it costs less. It doesn't have 3 colors.
And gains your life.
We want to play with as many of those as possible in our good stuff deck.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'm really impressed actually. Like, I do like the angle that the additional Planeswalkers give you as options.
And right now, I don't know if it's 100% correct or not. I just want to try it because that's what we're here for during the week. We're not playing in real tournaments, so we want to explore possibilities as to what could be good and what cannot. It's brewing time, you know?
Nice. Yep. I hear you.
So Kiora may not be good. I don't know. But we're going to find out.
Yep. What I do like about her is the applications that she's got across to the abysmal matchup. You know, she's fairly good against.
She slows down heroic.
Yeah.
And she's also, if you can pop an emblem against a blue control deck, then you probably are going to win that game.
Yeah, agree. So, Kiora's good for the raid triggers too, as I understand it, because they just fog their guy and attack into it with impunity.
Yeah, for sure. Also, the reason that there's 1 Ashiok and 1 Kiora instead of 2 of either, same within the board, is that we want, when you have 2 copies of a single Planeswalker, that's not good. But when you have 1 Ashiok and 1 Kiora, then like they protect each other very well. So, or Kiora protects Ashiok, and then Ashiok can do silly things when she is left unchecked.
Yeah.
So, when you get advantages by ticking up Planeswalker, when you have multiple Planeswalkers in play at the same time and they're all ticking up and doing things, then you're obviously in great shape. So that's why they're diversified. I don't know which one is better than the other, but you'd rather have 1 of each than 2 of either. So.
What's also interesting is, by the nature of the deck, I mean, you're trying to skip from 2 to 4.
Yes, right? That's true. Or sometimes you go on turn 3, you go Courser and then a card or a tap land rather.
Yeah. But that being said, like you're okay. Like you notice where the curves are. You see heavy in 2, heavy in 4. These murderous cuts are often 1s, 2s, 3s. Like
Here's the thing. Murder's Cut, you never know when you're going to cast it. You could cast it on turn 3, you could cast it on turn 5, so I don't count those as being on curve really at all. Also, they really only kind of cost 1 mana, so I don't know. You can't really consider those to be like curved.
Correct.
But I will say that what Murder's Cut does let you do is cast 2 spells in 1 turn very early in the game. And when you get to cast 2 spells in 1 turn, you're very far ahead no matter what's going on, no matter what format it is. Yep. So when I get to go turn 5, play Siege Rhino, Murder's Cut your Siege Rhino, then you're in a lot of trouble. So
yes.
Yeah, Murder's Cut, I think it's one of the unsung heroes of the format. If you get to play, being able to play Murder's Cut is a treat.
And the Wayfinders are the really important piece to that, right? Like, I mean, they do good work.
Yes,
they flip over the creatures, but I mean, they're the ones that are going to enable your turn 2, turn 3, or your turn 3 Murderous Cut if you need to.
Yeah, and the thing that I liked the best about Commune with the Gods was that it automatically turned on Murderous Cut. So I don't. It was certainly the weakest card in the deck by itself, but it might still be merited just because of how good it works with Murderous Cut. But like I said, right now we're just trying different things because there's so many possibilities, so many options of things that might fit into this deck. Mm-hmm. So Commune could very well find its way back in by the end of this week.
Okay, sweet. But yeah, otherwise it's all the same stuff. It's just good stuff, and the density is great, and the you've got all these redundant copies of these amazing cards, and because of that, you have no problem flipping them over. Like, you can go through your library with fairly reckless abandon. So long as you are developing your mana base, your deck is just going to support itself because it's so powerful.
Right, and the thing is, every single card can be casted pretty easily. You don't have to do any silly stuff with whips or bees or any of that. Dependence on the graveyard. If he drops an Anafenza, is just a minor inconvenience. Honestly, it's like, it's good against Sidisi, but you're boarding out Sidisi against the Anafenza decks anyways. Simply because it's smaller. Even if Sidisi was still able to be turned on, I'd board her out. But all the other cards in the deck, Anafenza isn't really that good against it.
So the question about Ashiok has come up. What matchups really are you looking for Ashiok to be good in? So obviously the blue control decks.
Yeah, blue control decks. I think it's solid against aggressive decks too. You just get to drop it in play, plus it, and then they can choose to ignore it, but then you get to add extra blockers to the board with your minus ability pretty quickly, just to slow the game down and take over it. And if they start attacking it, then you're gaining a bunch of life. Honestly, I am not super sold on Ashiok yet. I think it could be good, but I have never really been a big fan of the card in general. But Spencer and Kent both said they thought it was great, especially Spencer. So for now, I'm just taking their word on it and trying it out on their recommendation.
Okay. So I played a couple games with a list before going live, and one of them was against Abzan Aggro. And I didn't even think to board out the Sidices. I really should have. We should probably go over some of the sideboard plans. But Ashiok was actually very, very, very good because I was able to put Ashiok on the table in plus, and then Ashiok was a 5. Like, that is not a small amount of loyalty, right?
Nope, you get to take all of their creatures, and if they can't attack it back, then you can get a Siege Rhino down the next turn for 0 mana.
Yeah,
and you can almost always get a cat.
Even if it's a lion. Exactly, yeah. Like, what happened is, it was at 5, and then I had I carried it out or whatever, and he had a lion, so he just attacked Ashiok.
Right.
And I was
how hard it is for Abzan Aggro to fight through a monstrous lion. It's just they can't get past it.
Yeah.
So that buys us 5 turns, and they're not going to win eventually. As soon as we get their own line, they're toast.
Yeah,
so.
And that's what I found too. Is like, as soon as you can weather the storm from them, and I mean, like you said, Anna, you said this as well, sort of in your. I think it was. Maybe, God, I can't remember. I've been watching, I watched your deck tech, I watched the matches again, I watched Caleb's videos, so I'm just I can't remember who said it, but you're right, Anafenza is a speed bump. You're absolutely right. And you can just be patient, draw the cards that kill them, suck it into bad combat for them, And as soon as that thing's off the table, you go bonkers, right? Like, you can just...
Yep.
Sidisi becomes stupid at that point in game ones. And you just create this board state where you stall out the board, and you've got the ultimate trump in Soul of Theros. You're both playing Wingmate Rock, so who cares? I mean, my opponent played an Elspeth, cleared off the board. I still had 2 rock tokens plus Sidisi and 2, like... Sure, he killed a couple of rhinos, but, like, big fucking deal.
Right, and Elspeth isn't very good against us. Like, it's fine. It's Elspeth. But it costs 6 mana, it doesn't kill our rocks, it doesn't kill our Sidisis, doesn't kill our Coursers. You know, it can kill our Soul of Theros, but then we get it in our graveyard. So, and, like, if they're going to minus the board, Elspeth's probably not going to live until the next turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you were saying with the Abzan matchup, it's all about role management. You know, understanding where you are as the control deck or the aggro deck in the matchup. And if we're the control deck like we are in that matchup, we need to find a way to slow the game down until we can put Soul of Theros into play and just ride his ass to victory.
Big, shiny gladiator type. So good.
Yep.
So
good. Magnificent, there we go. Spectral Therosian Cock.
Nice.
Just splooging lifelink all over our opponents.
I ordered the 4 Soul of Theros immediately. Yeah, as soon as I heard about the deck, I was like, yeah. These things are
like
up to 7.
They're
up to like 785 on Moto already.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So
the halfway through day 2, I was just like, I should probably pick up a playset of these for myself instead of borrowing the deck. And I got them for $250. They'd only let me buy 4 at the dealer booth, though, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have bought them out.
Yeah, it was So we've still got a few matches that are finishing up, of course. So we'll have to wait for those. I should probably update my time. I can do a little bit of housekeeping while I'm here. Master Magic, of course, is brought to you by the fine folks at FaceToFaceGames.com. Check them out for your one-stop shop for all things Magic the Gathering related. Paper, sleeves, cards. Yay, ship everywhere. So it's all good. Proud sponsors, of course, of the Pro Tour team. And they look after us and us over at the A-Team podcast. So you can check that out. All of our MTGO stuff is supplied cheerfully by the good fine folks at MTGOtraders.com. So make sure you'll take all of your MTGO business to them, and they will take care of you. There are all sorts of sweet codes that are popping up in the chat. Make sure you use them. Tell them Scotty sent you. Get your money back. So those are the fine folks that take care of me here. So, and then, of course, if you're interested in bonus and swags and all sorts of amazing shit, then you can go to the Patreon, which is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You notice the board of directors. Those are, of course, my top patrons. Those are the top donators. They have paid for the privilege to boss my ass around. This is fucking so every month there are draws across all levels of my Patreon, and I will pick one person from each Patreon level, and I will double up their donation with I'll double them up in store credit from Face to Face Games. So, you know, play the lottery, like your odds. There's only 2 people at the $10 range right now. So, I mean, every month, one of them's getting double their money back. It's good odds, man. So, but the board of directors, they're the top. One of them every month gets a guest spot. They get to tell me what to play, what deck, and what format. If it's draft, they tell me what to draft. It's fantastic. We have a good time. So
that's a better idea than just using the automated voices to say whatever you want them to say. And I don't know. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
You have? Okay, so I think Phantom Lord does it. He's a League of Legends streamer. But you know how they got the robot voice? You can like type in text and then it talks in the robot voice.
Yep.
Yeah, you could. People will donate, and then if they donate like a certain amount, then it just plays in the robot voice. They type it in, and then whatever they say, whatever the person who donates writes to you, you have the robot voice say that.
Oh, wild.
Yeah, it can get pretty clown shoes.
Well, we've had a couple people on. We've done Cube Draft a couple times actually, just because it's been around. So that's what we've done, and it's been a really good time. I'm trying.
Yeah, Cube's a blast.
Hell to fix this. There we go. And yeah, we make it an occasion. It's an executive board meeting, so I get dressed up. The suit and tie goes on. You know, we take things pretty seriously. We have ourselves some fine beverages, and we enjoy ourselves. So, You can check those out. You'll see it'll say board meeting when the stream broadcasts. So make sure you tune in for those.
If it was up to me, I would have you play Doomsday Fetchline Tendrils.
And I would 100% do it.
That would be awesome.
We'll just order it up and play it. We'll do it, whatever you want. So you can do it. You sign up there, right there. Patreon.com. Mr. Scotty Mac. $25 buys you the privilege. So, anyways, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love all of my patrons, of course. Speaking of fine beverages, the playmat art is out. If you guys haven't seen it, go to the Patreon page. You can pre-order those. I should have those shipping up by the end of the month as well. So, big awesomes. Lily's Blue Draft is on my YouTube page. Yes, absolutely. Cranderson, here's what happened. I have a 3-year-old daughter who loves to game. And
excellent.
She loves to hang out with
Raising
Dad.
her right.
Yep, she loves to hang out with Dad in the studio, and it's pretty sweet. So we decided we were going to run a cube draft, and I was going to run, after the MTGO Community Cup, I was just like, stipulation cube draft is the shit. Like, not being able to draft what you want, and having to draft this, and then just make the best of it, the train wreck is fantastic. So do
you have, like, her, she gets to pick the first 5 picks of your draft?
She picked every single one of my
every single one, that's fantastic.
Every single one. So I passed like 2 moxes, right? For a daze and a force spike.
Nice.
Okay.
So we counter the spells.
So we went mono blue. I did have to pass her shackles at one point just because she wanted the detention sphere instead.
Right.
But
priorities.
But yeah, we drafted like all of the blue cards. We ended up getting Vision, and we got Time Walk, and we got like the deck was actually decent. And so that the draft of it is up, and of course, like she's 3 and telling me which ones to pick, and you know, there's a couple of them that just go sideways because all of a sudden, like, you've got this sweet blue deck going, and then Phyrexian Obliterator comes up, and she's like, "Oh, that's scary. Take that one." I'm like, "Fuck, really?" Phyrexian Obliterator? I don't think that's gonna hit our deck, honey. Play it. Oh man. Yeah. So that was up, and so that'll be pretty sweet. So I'm looking forward to it. Everybody loves having the Lily on the stream, so we'll see. I got something planned for her towards the end of the month, so stay tuned for that.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's.
Has she played Hearthstone games?
She plays Hearthstone. So yeah, awesome. I play Hearthstone, right? Obviously, I just picked it up. I didn't start until they came out for Android tablet, just because it was just so convenient for me to play. And, I don't have an iPad, right? So that's when I kind of maybe I'll just see what all the fuss is about. And so I ran the tutorial, and I played it for a bit, and I, was just jamming Mage, and that was cool. Right. And then I just tried to play some, I'm not investing any money, I'm just playing all the free decks. And, it's a fun game and stuff, and I'm like, there's definitely no, I'm swimming with a hand tied behind my back, is how it feels when I'm playing the game, right? Because I'm not playing with the best cards. I'm watching some of the other
you showed up to FNM with a precon.
Exactly, right? So I'm watching I watched some Trump, right? So I watched him play a little bit, and I watched him do some free ladders. I've watched Kibler play a little bit, and Kenji plays a bit every now and then, and that sort of stuff. And so I'm like, okay, well, some of these cards are absurd. These legendaries are ridiculous. The power ratio is just crazy. How is that a vanilla 3/4 for 3 mana? Things like that. And so I decided to start digging into it a little bit deeper. I bought some packs, built a Miracle Mech Mage deck. So you've been playing Hearthstone since the beginning, right? Since it basically started?
Yeah, more or less. Before the ladder existed, so before Constructed was really developed at all. But when I started, everybody who was competitive in the game, or everybody who was streaming, was only doing arenas, because Constructed basically didn't exist. There's a ladder that you didn't go down when you lost, and everybody was at the highest end. Imagine you're playing, and then ranks 25 through 20, you don't go down when you lose.
Yes.
Okay, so imagine it's like that all the way through to the end, and then once you get to Legend, you're Legend forever. And It is basically the equivalent of that. Their constructed system wasn't very well set up back when I started. Yeah, as soon as the ladder came out, I basically went hard into constructed because I had stopped playing Magic around then, and I figured, might as well. I really think that just because of the size of the game, the reach that Blizzard has, and the number of non-TCG players that have been drawn to that game, I really think it's got big things in its future. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. And, a rising tide floats all boats. So these people who have never seen TCGs before were introduced to Hearthstone. I think that's good for Magic, too. It's good for all TCGs.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I didn't really understand the attraction, to it as a game. It's Magic Light and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. As far as the game is concerned, Magic is a much better game. But Magic's been around for 20 years. Of course it's going to be a better game.
Yeah.
I would say it's about on par as to what Magic was during beta. In beta, all the way up to, let's say, about, Legends, I'd say that's about where they're at right now. Okay. So with that game, I would say that they're pretty... they're probably doing better than Magic was by Legends. So, but they are obviously standing on the shoulders of giants. So,
yeah.
But yeah, in the future, I think the game's going to get better. And obviously everything other than the game is just so much better than what Magic has to offer, especially Magic Online.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really hope that Hasbro gets the shit together and makes a good online product or a good tablet product. Imagine getting to play Moto on your tablet.
God, so
nice. Oh my god.
Unbelievable. I would right? Just die. I would die.
Exactly. I don't want anything for Christmas. I just want Moto on my tablet.
Yeah.
Forever. I'll never take another Christmas present again. But they could do that if they put enough money into it, and honestly, they'd get the return on it, on their investment. It's just the people at Hasbro and Wizards as an extension are all just a bunch of old men who don't understand technology, I guess. That's my only... that has to be it, right? I don't understand why they're not putting a lot of money into this product, because it's obviously going to make them a ton more money once they get it figured out.
So it's interesting because when you compare the Hearthstone and MTGO games as a whole, I kind of look at it and I go, Blizzard are expert video game designers,
right?
And Wizards of the Coast are expert game designers.
Yes, Wizards of the Coast has a fantastic R&D.
Yeah,
and not very good at anything else.
Well, and so that's part of the issue, right? So what I was able to kind of find out is they're doing. Somebody made the decision to go with the infrastructures, and V2, V3, they were all just sort of band-aids over just building on top of this terrible infrastructure, right? They couldn't they couldn't make any changes at the base code level because
Magic Online, it came out in Invasion, right? So that's 2001.
Yeah.
So this program is 2001, and they've basically been, putting add-ons but not really changing the infrastructure of a program that came out in 2001.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't that great for 2001.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly, right? So
it's going to happen.
So they did the best you can, but you can only put lipstick on a pig for so long. Right?
Exactly.
So then what's happened is then they go to the V4 baseline infrastructure. And although it looks so how was it put to me? It was when you are renovating a home, there are things that you can change, and there are walls that you can knock down, and there are renovations you can make, right? But at the end of the day, there are load-bearing walls that can't be touched.
Right.
Okay. So there are some load-bearing walls with V4 that we're not 100% happy with, that are a pain in the ass, that they're trying to deal with. But for the most part, the rest of it's just a matter of time and development. So if you ask me what my personal opinion is, do I think that they jumped the gun a little? Yes. They shouldn't have. I think that they could have taken some time to further develop it. Now that said, I don't have any problems playing V4. So that's me. My computer's absurd. My internet connection is amazing. You know what I mean? Right. I don't do mass quantities of consistent trading, but even then, the interface today for me is reasonable. But I get it if you've got people that do not have the luxury of such extravagant desktop systems. You know, if you want to try to play, I can't play MTGO on a laptop. Like I can't.
Right.
It's so bad because it just goes so slow. But
yeah, there's really no excuse for that at the end of the day.
and I agree
let's see
with
this. It's a little slow, but
there's no blue
I think
mana.
it's fine. No blue mana, but it's okay because we've got Rhino and Wingmake Rock.
Okay.
We got the mana for that. I mean, if that's our turn 4 and our turn 5, then that's fine.
Okay.
Even better if we get like a Caryatid next year. We'll draw Caryatid. It's fine.
Let's draw it.
Caryatid.
Just do it. Do it. Yeah,
Exactly.
no Mac version is a thing too. Yeah, MTG
Yeah.
on the Surface Pro 2. That's the one thing I have heard though. The Surface Pro 2s are ridiculous. KYT does that too, and he's been pretty happy with it. But anyways, I mean Hearthstone runs on my Android tablet that's 3 years old. So
Yeah, Hearthstone also is just more exciting. The cards like blow up and do animations and all that cool stuff. You know, for us, we're like Magic addicts, so we're gonna take our crack however we can. You know, it doesn't have to be like the purest, most awesome shit, but it could be the purest, most awesome shit.
Yeah.
So why isn't it? Because there's plenty of people who see this and are just like, dude, this program is awful. Like it looks like it came out in 2003. Why am I going to play this game when I could play Hearthstone instead, which looks awesome?
Yeah.
So now we got a temple.
So we got it at the temple. I think we're taking the temple here.
Yeah, we don't have a turn 3 play, so coming to play tap next turn is fine. We got our blue source.
We did. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm really the gameplay in Hearthstone is very fluid. It's very easy. It's easy to pick up. So it's like, you know, easy to learn and impossible to master, right? Like there's a lot more depth to the game than I thought there was.
Oh yeah, sure, for sure.
But I didn't I didn't understand it until I started to play it.
Right, but at the end of the day, like a 10-year-old can play that game, and they do, you know, which is awesome.
You know what else is awesome?
Curving out.
That fucking carried it is awesome. Could have been that.
Courser? No, we didn't want a Courser. Couldn't cast that. I mean, I guess we could, but we wouldn't get our 4th drop.
No, that's true. So do we still want this though, right?
I don't know if we do. Against a green-black deck, it's not that big.
All right. Get out of my house.
Yeah. And we get to jump to 5 next turn. That's kind of nice. Any thoughts used right now? No big deal.
No big deal. So, do we just prioritize smashing in with the Wayfinder and jamming Wingmate Rock next turn?
Yeah, for sure. Unless he plays something we really want to Murderous Cut, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. Yeah, we just get a free...
Free 3/4?
Turn 4 Broodmate Dragon, no big deal.
I like it. Attack first.
It's a good idea.
Don't want him to just Bob Blight us out of spite.
Yeah, what is up with that Templar? Is that a promo or something?
It is.
Or did you... Okay. Do they have those in real?
They do actually. They came in the M15 dual deck.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's foil too. It looks ridiculous.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh, we got an Urborg. We have an Urborg in play. That's good to know.
Raid.
Don't have to take damage off our mana confluences now.
Nope. Thought about playing one for that reason?
I thought about it, but there aren't any double black cards in the entire 75, so it's not worth it.
So here's the other thing that I thought of too, when I was looking at the list, and I was trying to figure out, like, why are you playing a card like Banishing Light? Wouldn't it just be better to play Heroes Downfalls and all of that stuff? And then I looked at it, I'm like, there are no double black cards in the entire deck.
Right. Yeah.
So.
We don't want anything that costs less than 5 to be double mana colored, I think. Unless it's double green. Because it's a 4-color green deck at the end of the day, you know.
So we have cut for this idiot, but I don't think we really need it, right? Are we just gonna?
No, we don't need it. If he decides to monstrous it, we kill it in response. But
sure.
We've got tons of mana right now and have no need to do that. So yeah, let's just battle him for 6 and drop to DC.
I like it. Gain a couple. Why not? Why not? And we don't have to take any... No. phases. Silly Moto phases. Alright. Take your 6. Go to 10. So good. Green 1. Black? No.
No, you gotta get blue out of
I
that
gotta go
temple.
to this one. Yep. Good old mana.
There we go. Success.
I mean, if you just tap that mana every time, you can cast every 4-drop in your deck.
Yup. Uh-oh. What do we got?
Bob
Removal
Light on
spell?
the Sidician response.
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's what it is.
No problem. We'll just mill this Titan.
Do it.
Where'd you go,
do
sub?
it. Do it. Do it. No.
I saw something
Did you?
big and green pop up on the screen. I didn't know what
I
it
missed
was,
it.
though.
I missed it. Somebody followed the stream. That's what it is. Thank you for the follow, whoever you were.
Gotcha.
Thank you. I'm just going to play this Palace.
Works good. No Titans?
No
Rats.
Titans, yeah. Just like more mana guys we didn't want to draw anyway. So that works out. I have nothing for you. I'm just going to take this because I'm going to gain it back anyway.
Yeah, let's race.
Now I wonder. Yeah, he plays a land and rocks us. Yeah.
That'd be a little annoying.
Well, I mean that's pretty much.
It's gonna pay 1. Yeah, that's...
Ooh,
Nope, doesn't have it.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. So should we kill this now?
No.
We'll just wait because then he's got to commit all the mana to it. Yeah.
Right, and we're not gonna tap out no matter what.
There it is. JJ flipped with a follow.
Nice.
Good old John.
New collection for an Urborg in the quarters. Oh yeah, absolutely, Jay. That would have been nice. Yeah, I missed black sources until like turn 9.
Light Division with
It
a
was
follow.
awful.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was rough. I basically, and it's so bad too because in the booth they're just talking. Yeah, so I guess this is the cost to playing all those colors.
Well, here's the thing though. Jim didn't get a white source until like turn 6.
Yeah.
So I mean, blue is definitely the more important color for him to have, but like he definitely didn't have the best start in the world either. So yeah, I think that matchup is very close and slightly unfavorable for me. Our particular build of the deck that we have right here is going to be a lot better against it though because our threats are diversified.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care about your 3 damage. Do what you want. End step? You're
He's done. He's got 3 cards in his hand. Interesting. Probably didn't need to do that. Sure, we thin our deck 1, but if we get a Courser, then that's worth more. Oh, okay. GG. Thanks for playing.
most likely here.
Thing. Yeah, he's gonna kill one of your things. Yeah, that's fine. Murder's cut his lion, and then attack with both creatures. Because then if he's got a removal spell for your other bird, then you can still kill him with a rhino for Xaxes.
Nice. He's seen enough.
Yep. Had nothing.
So Abzan
Yeah,
aggro. So you don't want these Sidicities.
His draw was quite atrocious, though. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get rid of those Sidicities. We don't need them here.
Okay.
I
Glare
like.
is good.
I think I like Farika.
Glare Heresy's good, right?
Yeah, get rid of that Treasure Cruise. Yeah, Glare's fantastic. We don't need the Treasure Cruise. Let's see. We could play Kiora. It slows them down.
We have 1, so we could play both of these. Like,
Yeah.
do we want the extra ones? Do we want Ashiok? Do we want the second one?
You
Maybe
can
not?
go down on. I think we go down on the number of coursers that we play because every single one of their creatures attacks through courser. Like they've got Anafenza and they've got Rashashashka and they've got Siege Rhino. So courser doesn't do very much.
So do you want to banish
You
one
like
instead?
maybe. Yes. You know, like 2 coursers maybe, and like drop into Thoughtseize perhaps.
Okay.
That seems okay. I like Thoughtseize a little.
Do you like these
the
mystics in this situation?
I don't know yet. I understand they can be good. If we get them on turn 1, they're really good because then that means we get to start going faster. You have to think, how do we lose this game? Because this is a good matchup for us. So we need to figure out how are they going to beat us. And the best way for them to beat us is for them to just come out of the gates blazing and have us have a slow start.
Yeah.
Elvish Mystic prevents that from happening when we have it in our opening hand. So I kind of like it, but it is a terrible draw after turn 3.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like,
if it's not in the top 10 cards of our deck, it's pretty bad. And
in the mid-range lists, I like cutting it, but against the aggro, I can see where it's relevant.
Right. Also, since we cut our set DCs, we don't care as much about the creature count that we had. So the small value from milling your Elvish Mystics is gone too.
Right. Okay. So do you
might
want...
be just better off as Thought Seizes, but I honestly don't know.
I mean, the Wayfinders, are they, like, if we're not... Well, I know, I guess we still need to mill over the
Wayfinder
souls.
is good because we need to kill things with Murderous Cuts.
Yeah.
And, yeah, milling souls is okay, too.
Okay. So
it's
you
just
like
a good
this, then?
blocker. We'll give this a try.
Okay. We have all of our colors and a removal spell and 2 Siege Rhinos.
This is okay. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. On the draw, it's a little slow.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess the Banishing Light will clean up an Anafenza or whatever else that we need to be rid of on the offending turn 3. That's not terrible.
It's fun. I think we Banishing Light on turn 3 anyways, though, because their creature is going to be bigger than Courser.
Ooh.
Had it.
So lucky. So lucky. Alright, so does that change our plan at all? We can just
I don't know. It depends on... Well, here's the thing. Let's just wait and see what he does. Alright, Thoughtseize. Well, I guess you got a Rhino. Rats. Yeah, we're probably Rhinoing him. If he could Monstrous his Fleecemane Lion, so if he had 4 mana on this turn, then we kill that thing. Because him having a Monstrous Lion is, like, pretty rough.
Yeah.
We don't have a way of actually killing that thing. So we'd want to get rid of it. But in this situation, yeah, we're definitely going to put the biggest creature under the table.
So are you on the Mana Confluence train here, or are you just like, because we've got the Courser in hand to make this fetch better?
Windswept Heath is like about half of a card right now if we wait for Courser.
Okay. So his 4 cards to our 4 cards. He knows what ours are. Oh, so he's got the Abzan Charm for... Yeah, okay. Fine. Gets in for another 3. No big deal.
He's down to 3 cards, which is awesome.
And that card's
birds.
pretty sweet.
So yeah, just drop the Satyr Wayfinder, I suppose.
Oh, yeah? I mean, because we could jam Courser here if we wanted to.
No, we don't want to do that, because he has 4 mana now. Because then if he untaps and Monstrous, yeah, we want to kill that thing.
Oh, so we're going to... Oh, okay, so yeah, we're going to get this now.
We're Banishing Lighting now.
Alright. Oh, that's exile. This is what I want.
Okay, cool. We don't have to use the
we flipped a
Windswept Heath still.
That's sweet. We'll take the coast.
Yeah, excellent. I don't think so. We don't need a second blue source, and that does damage. Just grab the forest.
Alright, sounds good. Boom, the soul.
Well, I don't think it matters too much.
And get out of here.
Out of my game.
See you later. Yep, and now we got the Wayfarer that we can swing and trigger Wingmate Rock. Wow.
Yep.
Just like you drew it up, huh? Just like you drew it up. There's our Urborg, too, to make our Mana Confluence good.
That was really generous of him.
We're getting Rhinoed here for sure.
I can... Nope, I guess not.
Sorin. I am so unimpressed with him as a Magic card.
Yeah, he's quite small for his mana cost. When you play him on an empty board, you just want to kill yourself.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so here's the part of the game where it would be better for me to be in real life than on Moto, because Satyr Wayfinder here definitely lives. Actually, let me think. I have an idea. We're going to play the Windswept Heath. And we're going to attack Soren with Satyr Wayfinder.
Yep. Oh god,
this isn't
we
gonna
can
work.
exile the soul.
Yeah, it's not gonna work because he's gonna block, and we're gonna let the satyr die. But so yeah, maybe that was foolish, but that's okay. Yeah, I got ahead of myself there. You can add that to the puck count. That was my fault.
What was your issue there?
Because we could play the Temple of Mystery instead and get a scrap, and then keep the fetch land for. Well, actually, we get to keep the fetch land anyway because it's a swamp.
Work, yeah.
But
ugh.
wait, what the hell?
It's fine.
There we go.
That's fine.
Got it.
Wing mate.
All right, birds.
Birds.
And we still have Soul Theros, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good for us. Yeah, it's 10 in the air. Super good. Plus now he can't get past us, which is funny.
Yeah. Maybe we're supposed to just attack him instead of Soren, because it makes us a better chance of him not blocking.
Mm. So what's
Give him
sweet?
the opportunity to mess up.
What's sweet is so he played Anafenza and it doesn't matter.
Right.
All right. So you have all these things that do stuff. Sounds good. Yep. Okay.
So we're killing Soren, I think? I mean, we're Courser first, but...
Yeah.
Or, well, actually...
Yeah, I don't know that we are necessarily.
Yeah, Courser first. We don't want to play Soul... We don't want to Soul Theros him. There's no need. Like, we're killing a Soren. He can't... He's got to block. Like, we know exactly what his play is going to be this turn. And us having access to Soul Theros changes nothing for him.
Boom.
It's a nice one.
It's a good card. I'll just play Opulent Palace.
Yep.
Because I can.
And yeah, we're going to take some damage next turn, but that's cool because we've got lots of ways to gain life.
Yeah. Well, we're going to gain some right here.
You know what's really, really good? First Strike and Death Touch on the same creature.
We're going to get this thrown off the table. Yeah. You know, snap block for 3? Nope, I didn't think so. So much for your life, Link. All right.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Like, having the soul in the graveyard, it's just this unstoppable overrun. It's so powerful.
Right. It's instant speed overrun that you never actually have to use, but they always have to respect. So then post-combat, you just get to play whatever ridiculous cards in your hand, because they can't attack, or they can't block profitably.
Sure. So I'm not blocking here at all.
Nope.
No.
So we get Death Touch creatures next turn.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Wow. Sure. So it's the thing about this deck that really, Alakarth with the follow. Thank you very much. The thing with that about the Abzan aggro deck is the only card that I'm worried about getting big is Rhino because it has trample. Right? Like these cards don't matter to me generally because we've got all of these tokens and all the rest of the nonsense. So it's
yes, and we have 4 ways to kill Rhino.
Yeah.
At least 4 ways to kill Rhino.
All right.
Yeah.
Farika. 1,
Just gain a life.
2. Yeah. Oh. Look at that.
How about that?
Soul Theros. So I guess we'll just attack you here, sir.
So, yeah, we can put two snakes into play next turn.
Yep.
That's pretty solid.
Should we attack this Courser?
We're
We're gonna gain an extra life.
Could.
Does it hurt us? Like we're gonna make 2 guys anyway.
Let's do the math. So he's not gonna block it. So we get to do 8. So we get to do 6 damage. Let me think. 6, 7, 8. Oh, so yeah, we should have. Ooh, that was a mistake. We should have attacked with the Courser pre-combat without casting Farika. Because then he'd have to block. Because if he doesn't, then we Soul Theros him for lethal.
Oh.
But yeah, nevertheless, I think attacking is fine.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that's a punt.
Jeez, man. They're so subtle, but they're so important.
Yeah, Magic's a tough game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, after playing Hearthstone for about a year and not playing Magic and then coming back to Magic, do you have any idea how awful I was? Oh my gosh, I was ashamed to play. I literally just like shame scooped to an opponent at the first Open I came back to. I was already like long dead in the Open. I was just playing to de-rustify myself.
Sure.
But I just couldn't take it anymore after making about like 3 or 4 mistakes in a row to this dude that I've never met before, and he's just like just some random dude, you know. And I was just like so embarrassed, you know. You can't take it. Like, what am I doing here? What's going on? Like, I was in a haze. But yeah, Magic is tough.
Yeah. So you still have to attack me, right? Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't care. Yeah, okay, so that gets a little bigger. That's fine.
Make some snakes.
Make these guys. Yep. Black, green. This, you, and you.
Hope he doesn't have 2 removals. Oh, Bioblight, that'd be bad. Hang on. He can't win this game. How can he win this game? Don't do that yet. Ah, shit. We tapped before we used our first one, so we can't alt you. Crap. Okay. Yeah. So are we just dead to Bioblight then? Let's see. Green, black. 4, he gets to pump once with Bioblight. So 3,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he gets to pump once with Bioblight. We're dead.
Okay.
We're dead against Bioblight.
Beats.
Yeah, we're just, dead to Bioblight.
Just make the second one. And then if he's got it, he's got it. He shouldn't have it in his deck, though, because every single one of our creatures is an X4 or Beckett. Sure. Or has hexproof. So if he has it in his deck, good for him.
Now, I mean, to be fair... Oh, no, we're good.
Yeah, we got him.
All right.
But yeah, I think the correct play is to just make one, block the Rashashka, and then we take 4, 5, 6, 7. That puts us to 4. And he can Rhino us down to 1, but then he dies on the crackback.
Yeah, from all of the absurd guys that we've got.
Yeah.
Huh, okay. Wow. 1-1.
All right, that one went a lot better.
Raw power, and that was the Abzan aggro deck that everyone's just like, oh, that's gonna kill all these.
Right. Yeah. The Abzan aggro is the tier 1 deck of the format right now.
And we just made it look silly.
Oh yeah, it's a very good matchup. Every green deck is a good matchup from my experience so far. Like what we're doing is just on another level than what they're doing.
It's right over the top. Plus we've got just like
it's not just that it's over the top. It's over the top and it's just as fast. You know, as like the whip decks. It's not like we're slower than whip. No. If anything, we're faster than they are.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah. That so Farika was like super good there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Freaka's great.
So
she's so good.
Are you bringing her in against most of the green decks then, like, or just?
Yes, against anything that's doing stuff with the graveyard. You could just get to like block. Death Touch is just a great ability, as we all know. Like that's why Bees is so good. And you also bring them in against the blue decks just because it's a different kind. Excuse me, a different kind of threat.
Yep.
Hard to deal with, hard to kill.
Nice. Sweet.
Yeah, I could actually see playing a second one in the sideboard down the road. It was definitely one of the most impressive cards in my deck in the Columbus tournament. So.
Well, I guess if you don't like the third negate, it could be a good place to start.
Yeah, that's an option. I don't know. There's a lot of options in the sideboard. The nice thing about playing 4 colors is that you have a lot of options.
Yeah. How's the red-white matchup for this deck? Did you play against the red-white deck?
Let me think. I think I played against Hammer Hands, and I beat it. I think I played against red-white once, and I beat it. But I can't remember. All the rounds kind of just meld together, you know, when you play a 15-round tournament. But yeah, I think I played red-white once. I will say that the Jeskai Tokens matchup is really good for us. They
can't really deal with the Solar Theros.
Yeah.
You can like Jeskai Charm it, but that doesn't really deal with it. It just slows it down.
Yeah. And then, so we don't have a lot of ways to interact with Jeskai Ascendancy. So, okay, so against Ascendancy, then, what are you looking to bring in and out, right? Like
against actual Ascendancy, we bring in Banishing Light, Declare of Heresy.
Oh, no, Jeskai tokens. Like, Jeskai tokens runs 4 Ascendancy.
Right. So that's how, basically, Drown in Sorrows is 3 mana Plague Wind, Scry 1 against them.
Sure.
So that's pretty good. I think the negates are solid. I think like Jeskai Burn might actually be unfavorable, or just like the super aggressive Mantis Riders, lots of burn spells.
I think Mantis Rider is really good right now.
Oh yeah, I think it's just a great card. Period.
Yeah.
Nothing that it's never been bad. It's just Yuya built a sweet deck, and everybody decided to play Yuya's deck instead because he's the best player in the world. So, like, but there's nothing wrong with the old Jeskai decks. It's just it's about flavor of the month, I suppose.
Sure. Well, this is definitely that. This deck is definitely now the flavor of the month.
Sir, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You do have to remember that 3 blue-white heroic decks made top 8 at the Open, at the Columbus Open, and the 9th place deck, which made top 8, or it came in 9th on Breakers, was also blue-white heroic. So there were 3 blue-white heroic decks in the top 8 and 4 in the top 16.
Wow.
And there were 8 blue-white heroic decks made day 2, which was the most of any deck archetype in day 2. And half of them made the top 9.
God.
So, right, and that's not a good matchup for us. So if that continues to trend, then that's not good. But there doesn't seem to be a lot of hype surrounding that deck. Surprisingly, like nobody's really talking about the dominance that that deck had in that tournament. It also won, so there's that.
Yeah.
But everybody seems to be talking about other decks right now, which is fine for me. For what it's worth, I think Blue White Heroic is very good too, and there's a chance I might play it next weekend if I can't get the cards. If I can't get cards for this deck, I'm absolutely going to play Blue White Heroic. Because the guy whose cards I borrowed last weekend is going to be playing it in the tournament that I'm going to this weekend.
Right.
So have to find a different copy of the deck.
Okay.
And honestly, I've been playing Blue White Heroic on Moto too, and I have not been losing very much. So if I just keep winning, I might just switch over to that deck anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm super happy playing either deck right now.
Nice.
But people don't seem to be talking about Blue White Heroic that much, which is fine with me because that means people aren't going to hate it out.
I think it's one of those decks where people will be looking to hate it out instead of play it, because like it's such a fun police deck.
For sure, I definitely can see that. It's like the Geists and the Enchantments deck. I don't remember what.
Hexproof Boggles.
Hexproof. And it's good. It's a lot better than people think it is. Mm-hmm. S-Man's version of the deck is really solid. I like it a lot. With the Zero Force.
Yeah, Laguna Trailblazers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That guy's great.
So the good question that came out is, how do you play against Blue Black Control?
Yes, I played against it twice. I've actually never lost a match to Blue Black Control the entire season, no matter what deck I'm playing. I just don't think that deck's very good. It does very underpowered things, and it's very easy to make them overpay for their resources. Basically, it's easy to navigate the game to a point where they're spending a lot more mana to deal with what you have put onto the board, I feel. And like I'll lose games to it, but I've never lost a match to it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They're playing a 9-mana Wrath of God, for Christ's sake. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I hear you.
But Blue White Control is playing a 5-mana Wrath of God, which is not
and lots of them too.
And 5 spot removal spells that kill every single creature in my deck.
Yeah.
So that matchup is quite a bit tougher.
Yeah, I was. It was a tough match. It was so many times. So I have to ask you. And I'm sure that your friends have asked you, and I'm sure like a million people have asked you. But like, was that really the Ether Spouts heard around the world?
Oh my God,
I mean, there's no way you could have known, right? There's no way you could have known.
Here's the thing.
Like,
I
what
thought about
happened
it.
in that
I was
moment?
thinking, okay, so when I untapped, drawing my card and thinking for the turn, while he was taking his turn, no, the turn before, he had 5 mana untapped,
Yeah.
but only 1 blue source. And I am a very, I incorporate a lot of reading people into my play. That's why I don't have nearly as much success on Magic Online as I do in real life. I watch for tells a lot. So I will be staring down my opponents quite consistently. I'm not trying to like psych them out or anything. If it happens, then that's a great free roll. But I'm like trying to get reads. And I noticed Riley was somewhat you could tell the corner of his mouth kind of was tilted downward or something. I don't know. It's difficult to actually explain the specifics of what I'm looking for, but you can kind of just get a sense after you do it for a while, how they're feeling. And it felt like he was a little disappointed with how he played that turn. And I noticed that he only had 1 blue source untapped when he didn't have to. So I was like, oh shit, he might have the second Aether Spells. And then I untapped, took my turn, thought for a little bit, realized, oh shit, I can kill him this turn, and just completely forgot about the read that I put on him the turn before, and just bashed in with everybody. And this was, that turn, he only had 1 blue mana on tap. Was unhappy, so he might have Aether Spells. So I attacked. He couldn't Aether Spells me, obviously, because he had 1 blue mana on tap.
Yeah.
And then the next turn, I was like, oh, I've got Lethal Bash. And then he's just Aether Spells. I was like, oh my god, I knew he had that. Why did I do that? Oh my god. Yeah, that's the kind of game, like Patrick and Cedric said, it's a good thing that was the last round of the day. Yeah. Because I definitely went over that game quite a few times in my head that night at dinner, and I'm pretty happy that I didn't have to play any more Magic that night, so that I could just calm myself down and get ready for the next day, because I had to 6-0 the next day to be able to make top 8. So
and you did.
There's no I got pretty lucky, but I've actually never 6-0'd a day 2 before, so that was kind of a nice feeling.
Good for you.
That was I'm still rusty. Every single match that I lost in the Swiss, I should have won, but I made a mistake that I realized immediately after I did that that cost me the match. So I lost to an Abzan whip deck because I had a Disdainful Stroke in my hand and was just dominating on board. I had over 10 green Devotion with an active Farika, and I had just played a Soul of Theros. And during my end step, he Murderous Cutted the Soul of Theros. I was just I'll counter that so I can win the next turn. But I didn't need to counter it. I could still win the next turn without it, because I would go into my graveyard and I could just crush him with the ability. I didn't need a 6/6 in play to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And then he untaps and Dune Blasts me. I was just oh yeah, that card exists.
Oh, man.
Well, it's a good thing because I don't play Magic. So, I don't know I don't know what every deck is capable of, and now I sure do. At least I know that deck is capable of that.
Yeah.
But there was no need for me to counter the Murderous Cut, even if I didn't know what I needed to play around. I was going to win that game with a Soul of Theros in my graveyard as opposed to in play. So, I would have won that match. The other match that I lost in the Swiss, I forgot that Stormbreath Dragon could Monstrous, because I don't know what the cards do, because I don't play Magic. Okay. So he killed me with Xaxes.
Was the card not in English?
No, it was in English. I'm just no big deal. I don't know what cards. All I know is it's a 4/4 haste dragon. I know it has protection from white, but that's all it does. Okay. He has 6 mana, and I have the option of activating Soul of Theros out of my graveyard to go up to 17, but I wasn't going to kill him. However, I was slightly ahead on board at that point, and getting that big of a life swing, even though it's not lethal and it doesn't kill any of his creatures off, would have been enough for me to put it through over the next 2 or 3 turns.
Sure.
Especially because he had 1 card in his hand. He had 6 land in play, and I was at 8 and had 1 card in my hand. So I decided to I played a Courser and hoped to flip the top card as a land with a Windswept Heath in play. So I had 2 shots at it. If I would have hit a land and gained 1 life off of my Courser, I still would have won that game. and then consequently the match, because I would have gone to 1 instead of being dead.
Yeah.
But like I was thinking about playing around the 3rd Stormbreath Dragon of the game, but I was just like, there's only 2 left in his deck. He probably doesn't have it. But turns out all he needed was a land, and I was just dead. So there's that. And then obviously, as we all saw, my match against Riley was atrocious. So, that was.
It requires an unbelievable amount of discipline to come back from and do that on day 2. And that's
a good night's sleep helped me out for sure.
Yeah. You
also
played Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying good. I had pretty good matchups over the course of the day and the second day too, I think. So, but there's a lot of good matchups for this deck.
Yeah, I mean dodging heroic is sweet, but and I mean when green is sort of one of the major pillars of the format, and you also have a good Jeskai tokens deck match, then
right, we're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I feel the same way. So you played in a number of GPs. You played on the PT as well, right?
A couple of times, yeah. When I was 19, I'd say I was playing my best Magic when I was 19. I qualified for every single Pro Tour that year, but I couldn't go to any of them because I was in school, and the first couple, I had to have bought a plane ticket, which I couldn't afford while being in school at the same time, because that was back in the days when they still had like qualifying for Pro Tours on constructed rating and limited rating and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So yeah, I qualified for every single Pro Tour that year, but couldn't go to any of them. And then after that, I don't know. I just wasn't playing as much Magic, so I wasn't as good. I wasn't as practiced, and stopped qualifying for Pro Tours. And then I got a couple more, but I only got to play in 2, and only 1 before I really I played in the second Pro Tour I qualified for. I didn't care about the tournament at all, like the PTQ. I just went because I wanted to see friends because I hadn't played for 6 months. And my friend Steven won a PTQ in Seattle the week before with Affinity. This was the very first week Modern came out. And I was just like, this deck looks hilarious. I'm just going to fag a bunch of people out all day, and it's going to be hilarious. And then I just kept fagging people out until there wasn't any people left to fag out.
Wow.
So, yeah. That was pretty funny, actually. And then, so yeah, obviously, it just hooks me right back in. Whenever I don't play Magic for a while, I'll just come back for fun, and then I'll win, and then...
Nice. So what brought you back then? Like, I want to ask about the SCG circuits, because like you played your more than your fair share of the opens that are like running real long and the big long days and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
So the 2-day event, very much more GP-esque.
That's true. I don't think that really had too much to do with it, though. I actually started, I guess you could say I came back at the end of last December. I drove 8 hours to Atlanta to play in an open as soon as I found out 43 Lands, which is one of my favorite Legacy decks of all time, was like legitimately good.
Yeah.
I was just like, sweet, I want to play this deck if I can. Is anybody going to Atlanta? And Jeff Hoogland was looking for a 4th for his car, and I was like, if you can find me 43 Lands, then I'll go. And he's just like, and then Andrew Tendon was like, yeah, I can do that. Like, here you go. So I got a deck handed to me. I got a ride, so I didn't have to drive, and I had a hotel room all set up. So I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I made top 8. I don't know how, but yeah. So I guess that was when I came back, sort of. I don't know, but basically, I was just sick of sitting around and playing video games. You know, Hearthstone is fun and all, but it's so hard to play that competitively. You basically have to build a brand for yourself before you can even get invited to tournaments. It's not set up very well for the grinder.
Yeah, and I think that's the challenge that they've got, and I think that's the only challenge really that they've got in terms of like taking their product to like that next level is the baseline tournament structure and
setting up the infrastructure so that the average player can start playing in tournaments. And I don't know how League has done that, but they're probably going to adopt whatever League has done. So I've never really played League competitively. I do it like I play for fun, and I'll play ladder games every now and then. But most likely they're going to take the video game route rather than the card game route, if I were to guess, just because it's a better spectator sport that way.
Yep. Yeah. I'm not, unfortunately, able to play League or Dota or any of those games very effectively. I am too old, and I do not have the required dexterity to play those games.
Yeah, I don't have the patience to play that game competitively. I actually had a time hop this morning that I thought was awesome from like a few years ago.
Sure.
I said solo queue is basically like a team trios PTQ, except at the beginning of the team trios PTQ, you don't sign up with your team, you sign up by yourself, and then your name gets put into a hat. And then they draw names out of the hat to determine whose teams you're on.
Yeah.
And guess what? You got paired with the 2 worst players in the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's solo queue. And
That's exactly how it is.
I can't do it. I don't have the discipline, which at the end of the day, it does boil down to me. And maybe I should just be doing this to get better disciplined in the ability to own up to my mistakes in order to improve as in any sort of discipline. I feel like I've done a pretty good job of managing it with Magic, but the thing is, it's a lot easier to own up to your mistakes in Magic because you're the only one making the decisions. Yeah. In League of Legends, there's 5 brains going on each team, and the other 4 brains are going to do literally anything. You have no control over them whatsoever, and they're probably just like asshole 12-year-olds who are just raging, like doing whatever, don't know how to make good decisions, are just horrible people that are going to spit venom at you if you try to like correct their plays, and it gives you so many excuses as to why you lost that it's so easy to ignore the mistakes that you did make because you've got so many scapegoats. It's scapegoat city. Like it's so easy to blame, and you'd be right more than half the time. I lost this game because my teammates were awful. You're not wrong, but you also made mistakes, and it's hard to find those mistakes when you're not getting punished by them because you're noticing the reason we lost is because of my teammates instead. Yeah. You see what I mean? It's just so the discipline required to improve in that game is beyond what I'm capable of, which is a little frustrating. It's the first game that I've really played a good amount that I haven't been able to beat yet, and it's tricky. I don't know. If anybody in the chat has any advice, let me know, because I think it's just useful for any sort of discipline, gaming, professional stuff, being able to improve yourself as a human being in any respect involves identifying mistakes and fixing them. So.
I agree. Yeah. And being honest about them and taking, sure. Being accountable for those mistakes as well. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. So the question about whip, doesn't whip bring this deck to the whole next level of stupid? I don't know if you've read this card before.
Yeah, Soul Theros requires no... Here's the thing. We're already going over the top of everybody, so we don't need to keep going over the top. We don't need to make our deck slower in order to beat them even better. Like, what we're doing is bigger than what everybody else in Standard is doing, so we don't need to make anything worse. And I don't think Whip really does it in a mirror match either. Like, there's better ways to fight the mirror than Whip, I think. I think you want to go under in the mirror, if anything, or just kind of sidestep them as far as what threats are being put into play.
Yeah. I mean, the overrun ability is so nice, like just being able to outsize them, but the fact that it gets First Strike and Lifelink together is just what makes it completely batshit crazy. Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, there are long games where you could get double soul activations. It's ridiculous. You have a soul on the table and hit it as many times as you've got mana. It's just
yeah. I've activated soul twice in one turn a couple of times this weekend. Nilrook. From a game design perspective, I agree with you. I'm talking about from a competitive mastery perspective. If I were to design a game, I would want scapegoats in my game. But if I'm trying to master anything, using scapegoats is not a good way to go about it.
Yeah. So is it Whips or Kiora? I don't think you need Whip at all. If Kiora is something else, then Kiora is something else. But
right,
not relying on the Whip because it's a one of that you can't reliably find, and if you it's a potentially do nothing.
Yeah, Whip is just not necessary. It's also a double black, which we don't really need. It hurts the mana base a little more.
Kiora has a very specific. No, it doesn't necessarily have a very specific purpose, but it's definitely in there because it's good against blue-white heroic and blue control decks.
Yeah.
And I don't think, like, I don't know. I just, Whip just seems so unnecessary. I never wanted one all weekend. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't really know the best way to explain it, but I think, yeah, I've already explained it.
Yeah, Kiora always does something. And I mean, even if she's like fogging a guy and then eating 3, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
and
It
being taken
just
down,
slows
like,
the game down because we are usually the control, because what we're doing is bigger than everything else.
Yeah.
So you just want to slow things down, and then, yeah, I don't know how often we use the minus ability, honestly.
No.
If they don't have any creatures in play, I suppose. But yeah, she's there to slow the game down.
Yeah, pseudo removal spell plus threat. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Josh, you broke it. It's all you. You broke it. No, there it is. Damn it. So so we have our modern deck, right? Everyone keeps asking. The deck that I worked on with Larry Swayze and Jason Clark.
Okay.
The blue white red Geist deck that came out around the Boston for Modern Yell last year.
I have a blue-white red Geist deck.
Do you?
Yeah, it's just Geist Ascendancy. But I play Geist on my sideboard.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It's yeah, a just Geist Ascendancy is just it's. I like to think of it as Adam Prozac's personal gift to me, in order to come back to Magic.
Really,
Because I like to dirtle just about more than anybody else in the world. I love elves. I love eggs. I love high tide. I love blue green enchantress. If I can sit there after I've won the game for about 10 minutes and make my opponent watch me win the game, and he can't concede because I might fizzle, but I'm not gonna fizzle. That's the epitome of fun for me. Oh my gosh, I can't get enough of it. And that's basically Jeskai Ascendancy in a nutshell. And Wizards, it's like Wizards' least favorite thing in a Magic deck. Like, they can't stand it. Like, they banned eggs when eggs really isn't. From a power perspective, there's no reason for eggs to be banned. It was a tier 1 deck, but it wasn't getting played as much as a tier 1 deck should, and it wasn't like warping the format by any means. But the fact is, it's so miserable to play against that they banned it.
So Jeskai Ascendancy, you think it's going to survive the bannings this time?
I don't know, but I'm going to keep playing it until they tell me I can't. I think it will survive the bannings. Treasure Cruise and Take Through Time are what would be more concerning.
Yeah.
The power level of those cards are just out of this world.
Super big.
Yeah, and I don't think the deck will be nearly as, obviously it won't be nearly as good as it is now without the Treasure Cruises. The thing is, it's much easier to fizzle when you don't have Treasure Cruise going.
Yeah.
Because it literally is ancestral recall once you start going.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. HP Mate with a follow. Thank you very much. Where do you live?
I live in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay.
So the question is, do I play at Epic Loot? That's probably because I had an Epic Loot life pad a lot of times during the tournament last weekend. So when I was on the camera, I was using an Epic Loot life pad. That's because I played in their PTQ the week before in Dayton. They gave us like 3 or 4 life pads, so I just had them in my bag from the week before.
I have played
next
Epic Loot myself, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a good store?
It is a good store.
Nice.
So I'm coming down for SCG Baltimore.
Okay.
So it is.
Do you know when that is?
It's February 28th, March 1st weekend.
Okay.
So
well, I
after
probably
bannings.
won't be there because it's like a 11-hour trip for me or so, unless I just like win Indianapolis and then am forced to make a run at a
slot
at a player's champ slot or something. I don't know. But is it standard?
No, it's modern.
Oh, modern. Nice.
Yeah, so it's modern.
Okay.
Modern post bannings.
All right.
I'm very excited. I don't come down often, obviously. Being in Toronto, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see the sideboard. Hell yeah, you can. Damn right. Boom. There you go. But yeah, I'm like very, very, very excited. The last one I came down to, the last SCG event was Cincy, actually, and it would have been the year that Adam Prozac won SCG Cincy.
Oh, I top 8 that tournament.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's Elves. That was the first time I ever top 8 a tournament with Elves.
nice. Yeah, he was playing Dredge, if I recall correctly. Yeah, exactly. And so I was there with John, with Medina, and all those guys, and I was staying with him, and yeah, it was a really good time. And I just remember the city being amazing, and I just the SCG events are just so well run, and I mean that was fucking 2 years ago, even, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm excited.
Man, I think there. I heard a statistic from this weekend. The Open coverage had 4 times as many viewers than the Grand Prix coverage did.
Yep.
That is. I think that says something, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. It's what I noticed is that the only time I was clicking over was when SCG was running ads on break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a friend of mine top 8 at that Grand Prix who like never top 8's Grand Prix, and I didn't even know it happened until the Monday afterwards. Lucas Parson, congrats to him. So yeah, I just like I heard nothing about that Grand Prix the entire weekend. I think once Wizards realizes that Spalding and that Star City Games is the NBA, then the Magic will go a little bit faster.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we're a little ways off from that.
It's true. All right, we have short time in between the next round. Return to details. 1 minute to go. Can we rename it to 4-color no whip? What did you guys call this deck, by the way? Because like SCG has their nomenclature requirements, or whatever. So what did you guys actually call it?
I like the name Kansas City Soul because
it's where the deck originated. It revolves around the soul.
It's just it's got good consonants to it. It rolls off the tongue. But I think 4-color Soul is a much better name for it, just from a concession standpoint of people wanting to have regulated names. But it looks like Star City went with 4-color Delve.
Yeah, which is what
I don't know why, but yeah, that's what it is. Apparently, that's what it is.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm real close on this. I'm real close. Jarvis is asking. Yeah, we mentioned at the beginning of the show. It is Adam
Boyd's deck. God bless him.
Oop. There we go.
He's got the man with the deadliest stare in Magic.
So I'm looking forward to using the Soul Stare. I have a.
It's great fun. If nothing else, it's just great fun.
I have a pre-TQ on Sunday that is likely going to be underattended.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, snap.
Okay, so I think this hand's pretty good. There's an average.
On the draw, I'm like, this is fine, but on the play, I mean, Witchmaw Soul. I mean, is that the Nephilim that supports these colors? The Witchmaw? Oh no!
I don't hate it, but I don't think that's how people do things. Unfortunately, not saying that they shouldn't do things that way, but yeah,
that's terrible.
That's
there we go. So blue black control here probly. You wanna carry through your record, like never ever losing?
Never losing? Yeah, we're probably gonna lose.
This hand not so good against blue black control?
It's not really. Yeah, the siege right now is not resolving. That's unfortunate.
Why not? Oh, he's gonna stroke it.
Yeah.
Well, we still have to play it, right?
Yeah, of course. Nothing else we can do. Like we could just not do something, but they never cast anything on their main phase. Yeah. See, I would place this.
Boom! Stop.
Oh. Okay, so the correct way to do this in real life is you cast Siege Rhino into the graveyard.
Yes, I saw you do that a lot.
Yes, that is the way I always resolve all of my spells that matter against blue-black control decks.
Okay.
And a lot of spells that don't matter also, so that they'll counter the wrong thing sometimes.
I'm just going to play the Citadel and then look to start jamming souls. But I'm going to attack first. Getcha. Sweet. We're gonna start resolving these souls into the graveyard.
Yeah. Now Soul Theros. I'm okay with resolving that into the graveyard.
Yeah, exactly.
Soul Theros can't be countered.
No. I mean, it kind of has to be. But I know what you're saying. All right. Come on now. Oh, God.
Interesting.
Do we play this instead?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. Here's the thing. Okay, so if we drop Soul Theros this turn and it resolves, then he goes to 13, and then if he untaps, he can't actually cast a Wrath, because then he dies on the crackback.
Okay. So keep Rhino for the last 3 points of burn.
Or at least until... If we play Rhino, then he can afford to play a Wrath, I believe, and yeah, he won't die to it, at least.
Are we just going to Heath here for the planes?
We bash first and then see what happens.
All right, we can do that. God, these double Soul of Theros, his hand's going to be absurd.
Soul Theros just has fantastic art.
It does. I wish I got them in foil, come to think of it.
Yeah, I've heard they're really nice in foil. I haven't gotten to see one yet, but...
All right, well, here we go.
Boros Guildgate, we will post the deck list will pop up after the game is over when we go into sideboarding. You can take a look at it. Also, you can check out my deck list, which is this is updated a little bit, but they're like not updates. They're side grade updates. We're just trying new things to see what works and what doesn't. On Star City Games, the top 8 from Columbus. I can go ahead and just link it in the chat.
Heroes Downfall, our Soul of Theros. We've basically already won. This is...
Yeah, that was what I expected. Which is fine.
Murderous Cut is terrible.
Honestly, like, how do people think this is a good deck?
We're just going to swing here? And then jam our second Soul, right?
Well, we'll swing and see what happens.
Yeah, right.
I think we actually might Rhino him.
Yeah?
But I could be wrong. Let me think. Yeah. So he goes to 9. So if we Rhino him, then he's got to kill...
Both Rhinos?
Both Rhinos, yeah.
Or, like, the other side of it is we play the Rhino, it doesn't resolve, then what?
Right. So the thing is, would we rather have a Soul Theros countered, or would we rather have a Siege Rhino countered?
I think the answer is we want the Soul of Theros countered.
Okay, then let's play the Soul Theros.
Right? Because, like...
Yeah, Rhino has haste.
Yeah, that, basically.
Also, he's at 9, so we can activate a Soul Theros from our graveyard, pump the Rhino, and then play another Rhino and kill him. But he doesn't have Counter Spell, so he's just dead. Thanks for playing. It's been real. 7 cards in his hand, and this is all they can do.
Yeah, 3 Radiant Fountains.
This deck is atrocious.
Tell us how you really feel. Now, does this get better when it gets a 5-mana Wrath, though?
Well, Blue-White Control's not atrocious, and it has a 5-mana Wrath. Also, have you seen that dragon, Hexproof, that doesn't die to the Wrath that it gets?
Yes. Yeah. That also has the Doomake Giant clause in it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this deck gets a little better after rotation.
Yeah. I'm
actually looking forward to that. That's fine. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we just play creatures.
Yeah. We can do both.
We'll attack first. Yeah, I agree. Always attack first. That's good magic.
Yep. Especially against the stupid control decks.
As long as he can't wrath us. So.
How many manas do we need here? I can go green.
Yeah, so green colors. Well, don't use that until. Don't use that. Have we land dropped already this turn? We didn't land drop this turn, so we might draw a land. There might be a land on top of our deck with Courser.
So you want to play Courser first, then?
Green. Yeah, Courser first for sure.
Okay.
Green colorless. Yeah. Yep, that works.
Nope,
no problem.
Right, well,
the old mulligan. Oh yeah, and post sideboard we get to switch our Murderous Cuts with counter spells and Thought Seizes. If you think it gets, yeah, come on. Actually, I think game 1 is actually slightly unfavorable against blue black. He just drew somewhat poorly. But games 2 and 3 are very hard to lose. We've got counter spells and thought seizes and lots of spells that interact with their spells.
And we're
as well as threats that are very difficult for them to deal
And we
with.
basically just ranced our opponent, and we browned him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. We gave him the Therosian deck.
All right, so Murderous Cut's out. We want negates. Thought seizes. How many do we want them all?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Ashioks.
Kiora.
Kiora.
So what do we cut?
Let's see. We're getting rid of the Wingmate rocks.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to commit too many creatures to the board, I think.
Okay.
At least that's certainly what you do against blue-white. Like the artifact dude thing is still really good against just I don't even remember what it's called, the Oblivion Stone. That's what I'm going to call it.
Sure. Perilous Vault.
That one,
Yeah.
yes. Let's cut the Elvish Mystics.
Yeah, and you want a Banishing Light?
What cards do we care about that we can Banishing Light?
Perilous Vault.
Yeah, the Perilous Vault. Yeah, Banishing Light. Book it. Okay. We also can cut Satyr Wayfinder if we really want to put one Wingmate Rock back in. I don't think I care about any of the other cards in that sideboard. That's... Yeah, let's just do that. Just cut one Wayfinder. Because we don't need to be super fast.
We're at 60 right now. What do you want out of the
sideboard? I know. I'm trying to think one of the rocks back, possibly.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's really close, and I'm actually, the more I think about it, the more I'm leaning toward Caryatid, just because having a turn 3 Kiora or Sidisi or something is just very strong. It puts them under the gun a little bit faster.
So we'll leave this as is?
I like this configuration.
Okay. I think I do too. When I look at the sideboard, there's no cards that I think I want.
Right.
Which is a good indication. How do you feel about this?
I don't like this.
What's that? You don't? Nah.
I don't like it. We're on the draw this time.
It is blue-black control. They're doing literal nothing.
This is actually this is a fine.
Okay. Your reputation here for never losing to blue-black control is on the line, just so you're clear.
We've got a third game. You're up a game.
All right.
Who cares what happens in this one?
All right, fair enough. Oh, got there. All right.
I knew it was there.
So lucky. Why no Hornet Queens? Because Soul of Theros is bigger.
Soul of Theros costs less than Hornet Queen. Soul of Theros is better than Hornet Queen, and Soul of Theros has better art than Hornet Queen.
Holy Mackinaw. For all of you hockey folk at home, we just drew the nut.
Yeah,
they play
but we don't really need any more finishers. We finish harder than any other deck in the game, or in the format rather.
Oh please tap out for Ashiok.
All right.
So this is gonna be real awkward for us to deal with, though, right?
It might be.
Well, there goes our Banishing Light. All right.
Our Ashioks aren't going to get as nice a stuff as his Ashioks.
No, they're not. Plus, we don't have any more lands.
Do we Ashiok or do we Satyr?
Well, like, we're not beating this Ashiok if we don't put something on the board.
That's true.
So maybe we do have to Wayfinder because we can't cast the rest of our spells otherwise. But this is our window to resolve Ashiok if we want to, which I think is really important. Like, so what happens here? So we play Ashiok, he ups this to 7, can play any card, including Soul of Theros.
What's the ultimate on this thing, dude?
What's the ultimate? Oh, this? Exile all cards from all opponents' hands and graveyards.
Sweet God.
Yeah, it's like, shut the door.
Let's play our Ashiok.
Yeah, you want it,
We're gonna have to get a little lucky. I think we'd have to get luckier if it was a Wayfinder than Ashiok, like, because he can't stop our Ashiok either.
Well,
And
he's
us
got downfalls, right?
Okay. Oh yeah, I guess he does, doesn't he? Shit.
We just took out a vault though, so that's sweet.
Right. Okay. Yeah, he's got vaults of his own too. Yeah, maybe Ashiok isn't all that good against this deck. Because he doesn't have any real creatures, so the minus ability is not very good.
There's the
That's
downfall.
fine. Yeah, that's fine. He's not using it on our creature, and he tapped out on his turn.
God, he took Parika. So awkward.
That's very good for him.
Still no lands. All right, Wayfinder, do your job.
Ugh.
I mean, like, he's milled. He's taken 4 of our lands.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some.
Mm,
Opulent Palace. We've got 2 blight here if we want it.
I think they're the same. I think it's the Soul of Theros, or it's the Citadel because of Soul of Theros.
Okay.
But we've got 2 gold-colored lands right now anyway, so...
All right.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. 3 Sidisi in our hand. So good.
Right?
So good.
At least he hasn't been able to play anything gross yet off this. I mean, I don't know. Farika might be pretty
Just
strong.
keeps hitting
We'll
all
see.
of our lands. Look at this. Like, no wonder we can't draw any. Holy God.
Yeah.
Font of Fortunes. He
Fortunes?
says. I mean, you
I
can
didn't
leave
even know
Nullify
that card
up.
existed until he just casted it right now.
It's divination on the discount.
Yeah. But he just paid 4 mana to do that.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, this.
Okay.
We probably didn't want to do that. Oh, well, I guess that changes our play. So now we're going to play Siege Rhino.
Why?
Oh, we don't want that on the top of our deck.
We don't want another Siege Rhino, right? We got... Oh, no. Okay, so yeah, put it on top of your deck, and then
And then
cast
just
it
mill it.
easy.
Yeah, okay.
And mill it.
All right. Oh, do. God, I wonder if we can actually win this game.
It's not going to be easy.
No, it isn't. We need to peel... Oh, take one down.
We're going to need a negate, and we're going to need to have him not do things. But he's got 5 cards in his hand, so...
Well, I mean, we have a Soul of Theros in the yard. We could draw a natural on tap land.
We do.
I realize our chances of winning this game are very, very low. Very low.
Yeah, we're probably at like somewhere between 20 and 30% to win.
Yeah. Which almost makes me wonder if we should just...
He kept him by what? Good for him.
I mean, that was worth knowing. Look at this. Look at this. How this is...
This is
Look
insanity.
at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of our lands. 8 of our 23 lands. And we've milled one.
So he's activated Ashiok 4 times now,
Yeah, it has 1 creature.
and has 1 creature.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. What are the odds of that?
Not good.
Not good. Look, another Soul of Theros. So sweet. No.
Just attack first.
Attack first. Attack you, Ashiok. Sigh. We already had a 29 cards, however. So
Yeah, that's how it's this game. We're gonna get milled out.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, here you go. Stroke. Yep. Chris, we're growing down like a blonde on prom night.
Yep. Be gentle. It's my first time.
What are you casting here for 4 mana? Oh, the Perilous Vault. For the
I think
runners.
we can pack it in if we want.
Well, let's cast this Thoughtseize first, shall we?
Okay, good idea.
All right.
Get the info. Although, he doesn't know we have Thoughtseize.
Well, we
until now.
Dig through time, silence the believers. Disdainful stroke.
Dig through time. Yeah, we're dead.
Yep. Alrighty. How does that change your sideboarding at all? Does it? Do we want some potential ways to kill our own creatures if he takes them? Or is it just not worth floating some murderous cuts?
I don't think it is.
Is Ashiok not as good as we want it to be? Does Ashiok need to go?
I don't think it's as good as I thought it was initially, but I think it's still better than all the cards on our sideboard right now. However, this is good to know for future reference on whether or not I want Ashiok in the deck at all. I don't know. Like I said before earlier in the stream, I'm not impressed by Ashiok, but my teammates love it, so I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt at this point as far as trying it out. So I'm much more inclined toward playing Kioras. I could see cutting them for Elvish Mystics just to start getting things down faster.
The Ashioks?
Yeah, but I wouldn't cut him for anything else. I don't know if that's necessarily correct or not either, but that's just... Elvish Mystic is the best card in our sideboard right now against them, I think.
So,
and Ashiok, I think, is the worst card in our main.
okay.
It could be... Honestly, Kiora isn't that good too, though. Here's the thing. I guess she does draw cards, though. She's like a really bad baby Jace.
She is a bad baby Jace.
So.
Rock? You definitely don't want Rock here?
Rock seems a lot better against a deck with 9 mana sweepers. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, we could play the... no, I wouldn't cut the Elvish Mystics for Rocks, but because they do completely different things.
Sure.
You could get the Kioras for Wingmate Rocks, though, possibly. Because here's the thing, I wasn't really thinking about the downfalls. We're not ultimating any Planeswalkers anytime soon, because they're downfalling them. And the thing that appeals most to me about Kiora against Blue-Black Control is the fact that their ultimate is just going to kill him.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen, so it's not a big deal.
Mulligan. Keep.
There we go.
This is a hand.
Negate is the best card in our deck.
It is right now. It is right now.
Negate's just so good. Negate's one of my favorite Magic cards.
That's a tall order. Tron DZ with the follow. Thank you very much. He mulligan to 6. We will keep these hands.
Considerations for more ways to kill resolved walkers in the 75. We've got a lot of ways to kill resolved walkers.
Every creature attacks a walker.
Siege Rhino kills walkers. Sidisi kills walkers. Soul Theros kills walkers.
Wingmate Rock kills them.
Wingmate Rock's very good at kills
Yeah.
walkers. Negate kills walkers.
That's gross.
That's a good draw. Recommend drawing a Windswept Heath next turn.
Concur. Mana Leak. Stay out of my standard. Super,
God bless Matt.
super powerful card. Alright. Well, we have
It could be worse.
we just play this.
At least it's a land. Yeah, for sure. If we get a land on top,
Like that one.
keep it. Yeah. Get that turn 4 Soul Theros.
You want... Yeah, okay.
Or even better, Sidisi with Negate backup.
That's hot. I can get behind that. I've carried. Boom, nothing. Suck it. Yeah, I think Sidisi with Negate backup is going to go deep here.
At least it'll eat up one of his counterspells, and then it'll eat up his... So yeah, it's going to get a Disdainful Stroke, and then Sidisi will die to Hero's Downfall, but then that means our Soul Theros is going to resolve, and he will be down a Hero's Downfall. So there's a good chance he doesn't have 2 of them, I don't think. So yeah, this is great. It's going to be a Dissolve, not a...
That's even better.
Not a Disdainful Strokes. Yeah, sweet. Or maybe he lets it resolve, and then when it's on the stack, he'll downfall it. That works. Yeah.
Bob Light. Still no.
Maybe he just doesn't have anything better.
I mean, maybe, but that seems terrible.
It's not good.
Like
that card kills one thing. Luckily for him, he's been able to target that one thing both games, but still.
Wowza. Just wowza. Just wowza. So we did flip over a Courser and a Siege Rhino. Which is fine.
Hopefully he doesn't go Vault next turn. That'd be bad.
Yeah.
I think we're in a really good shape anyway, other situation, though.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Oh, wait. Maybe. Second main? Nope.
If he slow rolls it to the second main, then he's just one of those. Like, he's a special kind of sick fuck.
Right.
The kind you only find on Moto. The kind you find all the time in Hearthstone.
Yeah. I'm guilty of slow rolling once or twice.
Into a post-combat main phase, though? There's just no need for that.
In Hearthstone.
Oh, in Hearthstone?
Yeah, in Hearthstone. I'm guilty of slow rolling once or twice.
Yeah.
Now he Power Blades it. Well, I got nothing.
Alright. Well, yeah, thanks for letting us mill three. Maybe we'll get a Soul of Arrows. No.
Good.
They never get punished.
No, it's 2 Rhinos. So bad. So I'm just going to cast the Soul of Theros?
Yep.
Should I play this Plains? That way I don't have to take damage off the Confluence? Does it even matter?
I don't think the 1 damage matters. I mean, 19 to 18 is an attack with... an attack with the Pro Lake deck, but the game's already over if he's attacking with that thing.
Yeah. Downfall Soul Theros?
Sure.
Yep.
So, spot removal. Pile Blights, man. That's so frustrating.
So I heard this is a pretty good card. I heard you like this card.
I don't hate it.
We'll attack first.
Sure.
All right. Now, what are the odds you think this actually resolves?
He's got 3 cards in his hand?
Yep.
Say about 40 to 45%.
But we gotta go for it. Now, do we just, like,
Of course.
pull a bunch of this shit out to do this? Like, we just leave the soul?
Let's
1, 2,
tap
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
3 mana. Oh, wait, no. Just
The only thing we need is the soul, right?
pitch them all. Yeah. Because we've only got 1 Delve spell in our entire deck right now. Well, hang on. Hang on, Farika. So here's the thing. We want to keep 4 mana up because we're going to be able to cast a Siege Rhino or a Sidisi if we draw that.
Okay.
So we want to spend 3 mana because we haven't made our land drop yet. So
we actually
and
have...
then keep 2 creatures.
Oh, keep 2 creatures.
Or keep...
So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can leave 1 mana
1, 2,
out?
3. 5, yeah, Delve 5 things. So Landor Waste, Negate, Thoughtseize, and then 2 other creatures.
And then pay 2.
Yeah, Tyler the Throw, that's what's going to happen. But a girl can dream.
We did say it was 30-40% that this is actually resolving. Holy shit, what happened?
Baby.
Citadel Mystic?
Yeah. Weren't the best cards, but...
Well, we'll see. He could dig here too soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing here?
There's a main phase crack fetch line. Probably digging. Blue 1.
God, we negate this and that he just flips the table. We're not because we don't have it, but it'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Now's the right time.
Alas. Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad Mystic wasn't Ashiok. I think that's when Ashiok gets fine, right? Like, you can use her as part of a mill strategy, but only if. Like,
Oh yeah, she's fine,
it's
but
only late,
only
though, right? Like,
right. So the thing with Mystic is, yeah, Mystic's really bad after turn 3. Everybody knows this, but it's so good on turn 1 that it makes it worth it.
I mean, we're down to 2, right?
It's a polarizing, yeah.
So,
It's a polarizing card without a doubt, but when it's good, it's so good.
Dose. Too bad last game the Ashiok wasn't a Mystic to hit 4 mana.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Ashiok.
That's fine. She's dead.
Yeah.
We have to tap out.
Mystic Wayfinder carried it. Just took all 3 terrible draws off the top of our deck for us.
Thanks for giving us something awesome on top
Wonderful
of the
human
deck.
being you are. Courser of
Corsair, book it. Don't cast that yet.
No, I don't think so.
We probably have to kill Ashiok.
Yeah, just to get it off the table.
Yeah. So how many? Well, hang on. How many? 1, 2, 3.
5
Rats. We're a land short.
to do both.
To Corsair plus Soul Theros activation. Yeah.
Oh, well, no, because we need. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I'll still hold this land because there's no need for us to play it at this point. We'll just bash. Attack Ashiok. Yes. Soul. No, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Maybe we are supposed to play the land.
We can
Let
play
me
it.
think.
It's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 mana. Yeah, this lets us attack with an Eldritch Mystic and then cast Corsair, Cryphix, and Soul Theros in the same turn next turn if we draw a land.
Played it then. Too bad Ashiok can't be Liliana.
Yeah, for sure. At Liliana, +2. Or +1, rather. Discard Soul Theros.
Okay. So you want to get in with these 2 and then we've got stuff to do?
He doesn't have a Vault, otherwise he would have played it. He might have a draw spell. He doesn't have a counter spell, I don't think, because he let the Treasure Cruise resolve unless he drew it last turn.
So should we play Corsair, find out what's up, and then swing?
We should attack first always. I think. Well, how much? We have 9 mana, right?
Yeah. I feel like if we play the Corsair first,
playing Corsair first seems like a good idea.
It'll screw him up, right? Like.
Yeah.
All right. Plus, if he actually spends mana to counter this, then that's awesome for us too. Oh, look, a Soul Theros on top.
That's pretty good. That makes me actually want to just cast the Soul Theros in our hand, not the Siege Rhino.
All right, so attack first.
Which means we're not attacking with the Eldritch Mystic.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Ugh. Urborg.
Good old Urborg.
Good old Urborg. God, does this resolve? No. All right.
Not likely. But that's fine. We got another one.
Well, he's digging.
Oh, no. He's digging.
Ingenuity.
Yeah, I knew it was one of the 2. It was one of the 2. That's fine.
It sticks!
Yeah, that's fine.
Vault costs 4 plus.
Yeah, that was adorable. My
Sure.
favorite part of that turn was when he didn't tap his Urborg and decided to tap all of Silence to cast that Jace's Ingenuity. And then only had 1 blue source, so that if he drew a Nullify, he couldn't counter it.
The daggers.
I don't know if they play Nullify or not, though. Probably not.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Jim played it in his blue-white deck.
Right.
So, it seems like it could be a perfectly viable card.
No, I agree. It's perfectly viable, but I haven't seen a blue-black deck play it yet.
Mm. Yeah, screw creatures. I'll just kill them with spells.
Right. Like he's got a lot more spot removal than Jim did. So.
Yeah, that's true. What are you doing with your 2 mana, man? What you got?
Did he play a land already?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so next turn he's going to be able to play Vault and activate it in the same turn.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
So he needs to kill the soul this turn. Otherwise, we do 3, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 next turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, he doesn't need to kill it this turn. He can kill it on our turn.
Sure. Yeah.
The question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So if we draw a land next turn, then we have access to activation plus Siege Rhino.
So busted.
But then we can't attack with Eldritch Mystic. Okay, excellent. Oh, there's the land.
He's going to kill our course.
Doesn't seem very
What are
good.
you doing here? All this mana. What are you doing? Dead drop? Is that an instant?
It might be the Prolic Ancient. Ah, okay. So if we want to play Soul, if we want to Soul Theros him, we should do it now, so that he, so we get an additional activation on it once it hits our graveyard.
So this isn't hitting the graveyard. This is being exiled.
Oh, it is being exiled. Okay. Yeah,
so we either do it now or we don't, and it's going to be gone.
Right.
But if we
so how much
don't...
damage? It's just 4 more damage, so it'd be 7, puts him down to 6. If we don't do it, though, we get to play that other Soul of Theros or the Siege Rhino. It would probably be the other Soul of Theros.
Yeah. He's down to
we're drawing Opulent Palace next turn.
Yeah. Getting rid of our Courser, too.
Right, I know. 3...
I mean, like, do we take the opportunity to resolve the second soul? Like, he's obviously going to these lengths to try.
I think we do.
Right?
Yes.
So I think we just have to let it go.
Just 6 life is not very much life. That was basically the... It's 2 swings. So he's got to, like, deal with what's on board in 2 turns, or else... And they're not creatures that he wants to kill off with those removal spells. He wants to sweep those things. You know? Yeah. That's what I was thinking about, basically. But yeah, this isn't... Hopefully this will work. Like I said before, though, the thing I'm concerned about here is that he'll have 9 mana next turn, so he'll be able to go land Perilous Fall to activate it.
Sure.
So if that ends up what's ends up what happens... Yeah, actually, I think that's a punt.
You think so?
We're supposed to act... I think so. Because then we activate the Soul of Theros during our upkeep, attack him down to 6. And then next turn, we can attack with our 2 creatures, and he's got to kill one of those, or else he goes down to 3. And then we can kill him with a Siege Rhino. And now if he gets... Now he's got the option of being able to Perilous Vault. It doesn't look like he's got it. And
wow.
Dig, dig, dig.
Wow.
At least he learned his lesson about Urborg.
This time.
Whatever the occasion is.
Radiant Fountain he gets.
Alright.
Goes to 12.
This Radiant Fountain does thwart the pump plan. So it looks like this worked out well for us. Or at least
now he plays
it's working out as well as the other one. Who knows? If he plays Vault, he's dead now.
No, just Downfalls of Soul.
Is he dead anywhere? I think 7.
We've only got 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. He's at 5.
He's not dead. Alas.
Draw that stupid land.
You think we should play Siege Rhino?
Do we?
I don't know. Because if he vaults, then that's horrible for us.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if I like it.
If we don't play the Siege Rhino, then that means he's going to be able to counter it. Because he's not played a single counter spell this game.
So this like forces it down the get rid of it road?
Right. But We did not draw any sideboard cards this match.
No, we have not. Not one. My Kingdom for an engage.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
And like,
we made our decision.
We just got to jam the Rhino, right?
Right, we made our decision by not activating Soul of Theros.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Green. Can we afford to pass there? I don't know.
He's ghosting?
No. We don't know if he actually is.
Well, I mean, we have what we have.
Yeah.
It's not like if we were ghosting him, we would get a significantly greater edge than if he
Especially with his 6 cards in his hand. How can he have 6 cards and we're not? Yeah, flip table if he shows Vault. I mean, Vault is a very real possibility. We've been playing around the.
Oh yeah, he's got 4x, only 34 cards left in his deck. If all 4 copies are in the bottom half of his deck, I mean, the odds are not in our favor, especially when he drew 4 cards last turn. We know that he didn't have it before he drew Jace's Ingenuity, though. So that means he's got 4 draw steps to get it in 38 cards. So you calculate the odds. I'm not going to. I'm way too lazy.
We only have one more Soul of Theros after this. Scry?
It just happened. Did he pass priority with 2 mana up? No, he didn't. Okay, Scry trigger.
Scry's the
But he did just tap 2 mana and then Scry. That's very strange. Yeah, there it is. Whoa, nope. Dig. Or something.
Font of
What?
Fortunes.
What? Maybe he's not playing 4 copies of Perilous Fall.
I mean, this is disgusting that we might actually just still win this game. We should, like... I think you're right. Not activating the Soul when we could have, I think has given him an extra, like, 2 draw steps overall.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, like, 2 turns with mana up for us.
He just has no counter spells in the top half of his deck. No vaults. Like, what is in that deck? I guess it's just full of Font of Fortunes and shit. So, he's not playing real cards. And Ashiok. Whatever.
Real man Jurtle real hard.
Yeah.
Nova Joe with the follow. Thank you very much. We are down to 6 minutes. It is game 3.
Yeah, that's true. That's okay. Less downtime before the next round.
Agree. Chimpa. Counting your outs. Come now. Beulah. I take a work call and I have no idea what's going on. Our opponent doesn't have the vault. That's what's going on.
Yeah, that is pretty much it.
He's trying to figure out how many ways he can survive and not be dead. But unfortunately, Soul of Theros has something to say about that. Yeah, Soul of Theros, like Whip of Erebos, when you get to untap with it in play, you probably win the game. The difference
there are very many games you lose when you untap with a Soul of Theros.
That's right. The difference is that Soul of Theros, you have 1 turn and you win the game, whereas with Whip of Erebos, you may have 4 turns and you win the game.
The other difference is when they counter your Whip of Erebos, you're sad.
Gone, yeah.
And when they counter your Soul of Theros, you draw an overrun with instant speed. Hooray! Great success.
Seen enough. Oh, Sidisi off the top. That's cute. Were we last? No, 1 mother, 2 others. 2 others. We are 2-1.
Fistful of Bile Blights, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Card's so good against this deck. What are you talking about?
he actually could have killed their zombie. So.
Yeah. No, I there's a bunch of them that are around. Fastapus. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going at. There also is a real standard PT cube, like one of the old school ones. Your one shot. So, one of those down in Oshawa, I think.
Yep, I got my last one this weekend. Last chance to qualify for a tournament that I don't care about anymore.
That's right. You said, so I think you posted today, you're officially a student again.
Yeah, I'm only going to be taking one class. I'm planning on starting a full-time student when I go back in the fall. So right now I'm just taking one class in community college because it's been a few years since I've actually been in the swing of things for school. So I just want to, just kind of make a gradual adjustment so that, going from nothing to 12 credit hours worth of coursework isn't too much of a shock for me, and I just overload and don't get shit done.
Yep.
So just making an adjustment. So technically, I'm taking one class at a community college, but technically I'm a student.
You are a student. No, that's good. Welcome back to the studenthood.
Yeah, can't wait.
Good, man. It's funny because you don't really start to appreciate that sort of stuff until you kind of walk away from it and you realize, wow,
yeah.
I really just want more. I get it. I totally understand.
For sure. Yeah, I'd say, well, you never really... The way I think about things is that everybody's always a student. You never stop learning unless you choose to stop learning. It doesn't really matter if you're in school or not, but I have a better idea of what I want to do with my life than I did when I was 19.
Sure.
I think I'm much more prepared for school, and I'm glad that I've made that I've decided to wait to go to school a little bit later. Because, honestly, who the hell knows what they want to do with their life when they're 18? And, universities are just telling kids who have no idea what goes on. They don't understand how the world works or anything like that. Okay, pick what you want to do for the rest of your life. What? I want to drink and party.
That's right. Can I do that? Is that a job? Where do I sign up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
But I've got a better idea of what's going on now, so I think I'm looking forward to it. School is something that I had to do.
What program are you looking to get into?
I'm not entirely sure what degree undergrad I want. It's probably going to be a math degree just because I'm good at math. But what I want to do is get a master's degree in decision analysis. And for the bachelor's degree to be qualified for a master's program, they just want some sort of technical proficiency. So it could be economics, computer science, math, something, statistics, and whatnot. But yeah, something in math and statistics most likely is what I'm going to end up doing.
Cool. So we're going to keep this hand, obviously. We've got a turn 2 carried it into potentially Rhino, removal spells, and Soul Theros. These cards less exciting right now, but they'll be very good later.
Yeah, and we've
got the opening,
these are the kind of hands that make me really appreciate Commune of the Gods. And honestly, I think if I were to play this deck this weekend and I had to submit a 75 right now, Commune of the Gods would be in the deck still. It's just like glue, It's not super impressive or powerful by any means, but it really does tie the room together.
What would you cut the Ashocks for those?
I think so.
Yeah. Would you still play your Mize Kiora?
Well, there's only one Ashiok.
Look at that.
So I'd cut the Ashiok and the Kiora.
And the Kiora, yeah. Look at that. It's just a thing of beauty. Look at that.
Rakshasha.
Jeez.
We want to Pariah it, and the next turn we both Satyr Wayfinder, Crack Fetch, and then kill his creature.
Yep.
Hopefully it's not Afonso.
2 spells per turn.
Yo. Or maybe just write it, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have a third land.
He is a fan girl.
No, he
But he's a fan boy.
Thoughtseize.
He played the Soul Theros deck without Courser, or the Cat deck without Courser. Because if you played a 4-colored what?
Oh God. Okay. So here's the Heir of the Wilds. So it's this
Heir of the
version.
Wilds. Okay, so that's like Sperling's deck.
Yeah.
All
right.
right. Well, let's make a satyr. Kill off the Rakshasa.
This is still going to get enabled with the 1 card in our graveyard, right?
Yes. But yeah, we'll see. The thing is, if we like hit multiple Soul of Theroses, then we'd want that Windswept Heath to get binned instead.
Gotcha. We'll just kill this Death Dealer now.
Okay. Yeah. Also, we could have drawn a come into play tap land off of the Satyr Wayfinder.
So we shouldn't have played it yet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already played land. Okay.
Yep. Tap it for 2.
What? Oh, tap for 2?
Heck. Yeah, because
we
then
have
we
the
have
second
one more
one?
card in our graveyard for the second one.
Alrighty. You got it.
Soul Theros deck without Courser. Didn't play Wingmate Rock because he was rough on his mana. Sure. Shouldn't the Courser. Oh yeah, that deck was crazy. He had Hooting Mandrills in it, didn't he? Yeah, I saw that list. It looked interesting. I don't really know how it works, but it's definitely a more aggressive deck than mine.
Taking 2. No problem. But he knows about the second Murderous Cut. So it's not that.
No, Joe. The reason Esbane aggro is so good, or so popular right now, is because it has a good matchup against whip decks. However, whip decks are kind of on the way out. Metagames are very cyclical, so the Abzan aggro decks' days are numbered because the decks that it is good against have waned, and the decks that are going to be good against it are rising. That is the nature of the metagame. Did he Thoughtseize us again?
Yeah. Took our Soul of Theros. Who the fuck takes the Soul of Theros out of our hand?
Over a Murderous Cut? I don't know. Well,
just draw the Soul of Theros.
He's in for.
I've got some bad.
Yeah, let's just land more wastes.
All right.
I like waiting to use the Windswept Heath just in case we draw coursers and stuff.
Getcha.
Too bad we didn't draw birds. That'd have been awesome.
Yeah, seriously. All right, well, next turn, Soul of Theros. Deal with me.
Yeah, Dead Drop is interesting to me. If I played a third Commune with the Gods in my main deck, I would consider playing Dead Drop in my sideboard for the blue-white heroic matchup.
It should do a lot of work in that matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of 10 mana.
We don't care about this 2/2, right?
No. It's just doing 2 damage.
He's got a pile of stuff in his hand. Oh, there's some mana. All right. So tap out, play Rhino. Yep. And then we'll kill it.
Yep.
And then we'll untap and play Soul of Theros. Is that a deal?
So plan. He's got 2 cards in the hand?
Yeah. We have a
Good,
Rhino.
a Rhino. How about that?
You want to play Soul first still?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, right. Get the white. Yeah.
He's already used 1 removal spell, right? Or did he Thoughtseize us twice?
Thoughtseize
Maybe he
twice.
didn't use a removal spell. That's okay.
No,
like
he's used no removal spells.
Okay, maybe it was incorrect for Soul Theros then.
Oh, really?
Well, we don't want Soul Theros to die. We want Sea Dragon for that, right? Because Soul Theros is bigger and allows us unlimited uses of his ability. Although, if we put 2 Soul Theroses in the graveyard, then we'll basically have unlimited uses of his ability.
That's
Another Rhino deal.
And then
Okay,
attack.
I've got bad news for you, friend.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows he's not blocking. We just have to take this, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. All right.
Actually, that's interesting.
One 1, 2, 3.
So
We're short. We can't do both.
right.
Do we just attack with Soul of Theros? Like, play Siege Rhino?
Will we absolutely attack with Soul of Theros? The question is whether or not we activate it once he lets it go through for the 8-point life or the 16-point life swing, or we just take 6. I believe the answer is we attack with Soul of Theros and then pump it because we want to go back up to 12.
Okay. Yeah. And we can this time we can block this air with the Satyr Wayfinder or whatever if we need to.
Right.
No blockers. Okay.
There is a good chance that he's got actually a very good chance that he's got Hero's Downfall in his hand.
Yeah, with no second black.
And does that deck run Bioblight also on the main? Sperling's?
I don't know if Sperling's list does, but we can look.
Okay.
Somebody look it up and tell us. He's not casting it anyway pre-combat, so it's fine.
Okay, so what he's probably got. No, he doesn't have a Absent Charm. If he had an Absent Charm, he'd have used it. So the Rhino might just be a desperation attack. Like what? Why would he be attacking with that Rhino? So like he could have drawn Absent Charm this turn.
Yeah. So if he's drawn
That
Absent Charm and then we block with both the Wayfinder and the Soul, then the 2 counters on the Absent Charm will, like, it's still gonna trade off.
We also could just race him.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Just take the 7, go down to 5, and then bash him.
4 Absent Charm, 2 Bobblight, 2 Hero's Downfall.
Okay, I say... Okay, if he drew an Absent Charm, are we going to win this game? Because he's going to get to exile our Soul of Theros. Can we win that game?
So we play... So he exiles our Soul of Theros. I don't think so. Like, we have to get super lucky with Ashiok.
Right, so it doesn't matter if we get slightly blown out by the... If we get blown out enough to die from the Soul of Theros, just from the removal spell, from the Absent Charm, or if we get super blown out by the pump spell on the Rhino, it doesn't really matter. We're dead either way, so might as well block.
Double
That's what
block
I'm thinking.
the
Rhino. Sure, we could double block the Rhino. It would still kill the Rhino. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that way, even if he pumps, like he'll have to use it to remove the soul.
Right, and then right? Oh, okay. So well, in that case, then just don't block with the Satyr, because then the Satyr dies. We want the Satyr. We want the body on the Satyr to be able to chump block something else,
okay.
Like the Anafenza that he plays this turn, or yeah, this is the line. I think he's just in the shitter right now, and he's having to bluff in order to, like, maybe he's got another Rhino. Yeah, there it is. There's a bluff.
Oh god, that Kiora off the top would have been really good too.
It would have been, but not quite as good as an activation from Soul of Theros.
Noted. All right, so Abzan aggro. You're cutting these.
Probably the same way as last time. Yep, cut the Sidisi's. Drake is going. Yep. And then we cut the Mystics, I believe, right?
Yeah. Didn't you cut the Cruise too?
We might have.
And then you brought in.
I think I brought in the. Did I bring in the
Whip deck? Wait, did you?
Okay.
Did you? Did you bring in the extra Ashiok too? Do we even want?
I might have. Yeah. I think Ashiok. I don't know, honestly. I think so. Yes, actually.
Okay.
Ashiok's good against Siege right now.
Okay. You want to leave the Thoughtseize in?
No, let's put an Eldritch Mystic back in because of Ashiok.
Yeah.
We've got considerably higher number of 3-drops in our deck than we normally do. Courser is what we actually took out. That's what it is. Put the other Mystic back in. And then cut a second Courser for a Thoughtseize.
Okay, that's what we did.
His Courser dies to every single one of
every single one of his creatures. Yeah, but we, having something is good. Yeah. Okay. Good. Ugh. We've got Thoughtseize, we've got a Caryatid, but nothing else.
Well, are you Gerard?
Nope. I'm not Gerard.
That's all I gotta say.
I'm mulliganing this hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, not excellent,
but better than the last one.
we'll draw 4 drop.
Yeah,
Don't worry. We got a million of them.
That's right.
Actually, we have less than a million of them.
But they're all super good. Oh, look.
We boarded half of them out.
Another Caryatid. We're going to be able to hit, like, turn 3 Soul
Turn
Assaults. Turn 4?
Turn 4.
Yeah.
Just like Perennial Titan.
Oh, that's sweet.
Kiora. There you go.
Sweet. It'll be well timed.
Actually, I think we might be pretty far behind this game, depending on what his next play is.
No blocks. You're looking at Anafenza here as potentially an issue.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Or any creature, really. Like, okay, air's nicer.
Well, we can fog the lion, and air will only deal 2. Kiora will survive.
Right. We could also just play Courser. And block the lion.
Okay.
And that gives us more opportunities to draw land.
Like that.
Hey. Yep.
And a Wayfinder on top. Well.
Excellent. Excellent.
It was like the best possible scenario.
Quite good.
Alright. So Air of the Wilds are frustrating. Like little lightning bolts.
Yeah, that's a solid little man.
Yeah.
Although I really don't understand why he's playing Air of the Wilds when he doesn't have 4 copies of Rashashka yet.
Yeah.
He only plays 3 Rashashka. That card's just so good. And it stays good no matter what turn you draw it, unlike Air.
Yeah. Spoiled on mana deprived. Yep, you know it. Yeah, it's a good spoiler for us. Rhino. Yep.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good turn. Like I'm not.
Yeah, Kiora would have died that turn.
Yeah. All right. Mana Confluence.
All right, okay.
Gain life.
Wayfinder, okay.
Wayfinder. Citadel. Farika's in the graveyard. It's awkward.
Okay. It's whatever. It's like it's on the bottom of our library instead.
Yeah, okay, good.
Fortunately, don't have a fetch land.
No.
Otherwise, we could play the Caryatid also. But we do have another Wayfinder on the top, so that means he's getting cutted again next turn.
So we just play the Caryatid here?
No,
No.
Rider's cut one of his guys next turn.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I believe the line is.
Well, do we have to kill the lion now before he gets to 5 mana? Or
No.
we'll just wait and see
We
what he does.
kill it, and yeah, we.
Block of the Courser, and then he'll go to Monstrous it to kill our Courser, and then we'll murder Scud it?
Yes.
Alright. You don't stare him down the face and swing at the Courser, do you?
Not in this situation. Although I'd respect it if somebody did.
Sure, sure. We already played a land this turn, so we couldn't play a second one. All right. See what we got. Bring the heat. No mana. Did not play an extra land.
All right. Well, that makes this decision quite a bit easier.
It certainly does, doesn't it?
Oh, too bad you didn't have your stops. So if when he declares his attack, as soon as he declares his attack, we're supposed to kill the rhino, because then that makes because we're killing the rhino anyway, right? Yeah. That makes that thing less big. So we are going to gang block his lion, and then let him do his thing. Because when he pumps it,
he can't pump it. He's only got 4 mana.
Well, he has Abzentron. If he's got Abzentron.
Okay. That's the read, huh? He just has Abzentron.
Well, he certainly could have it. He plays 4.
So now we want to
make no play.
He made no play. So we've got to Murderous Cut this Siege Rhino if we don't want to.
I think, yeah, it seems pretty important to me. If we get blown out, then we get blown out. We don't need to do that.
Sweet.
Well, is it worth taking 1 damage? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Well, no, because we're playing Wayfinder next turn, right? Are we
Yeah.
playing Wayfinder next turn? 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6.
2.
We could play Kiora and a.
Can we play
Wayfinder.
Kiora, Wayfinder, and Murderous Cut next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We cannot. So 1, 2. 2 cards in the graveyard.
Well,
no, yeah. Just do. Yeah, take the. Don't take the damage. No, don't take the damage.
Now, what's your logic between not taking the damage?
Our life total is our most valuable resource right now because we are under the gun.
Okay.
Is this game 1? I don't even remember. We're up game, right?
Yeah, this is game 2.
Okay, right. Yeah. We tightened them the last game.
Yeah. We're like way behind on clock, but that's fine.
Right. That's
we just can't lose.
One of the side effects of streaming.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, he had it. Beats.
Yeah. All right, well.
Yeah.
Murderous Cut gets easier. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So Wayfinder here for sure? 3,
Um,
4. So we can actually play Wayfinder and cut, or play Kiora and Murderous Cut.
yeah.
You like that?
That's
play?
absolutely.
All right. So let's do that then. So I'll leave that as my black mana, and we can go blue 1/1/1. Play Kiora. Bubble the air.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kill this fucker now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because then he just plays a land and attacks with it, and then we're fucked.
Yep. I like it. Alright. Get out of here. Go. Do you have Hero's Downfall? Do you?
Apparently he only plays 2. Well, Sterling only played 2.
Yeah.
At least in the main. Maybe there were more on the side. I didn't look. Let's check.
Nope.
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Wow. Fleece Main Line.
Another one? That's fine. There are much worse things it could have been.
Okay. Okay with this? Oh, wow.
Ashiok, solid. Okay. I recommend
We have a
hitting some Siege Rhinos.
Okay, so we'll just jam this.
Satyr first. Let's Satyr first. Get an untapped land, we can play all of our spells.
Dit loud with a follow, thank you. Oh, God.
That is not the untapped land I was hoping for.
Not, no. I have a feeling our opponent will not be gracious enough
In
to
fact,
play
yeah,
our
let's
board.
just Citadel and not play the second Caryatid.
Yeah. Alright, 1.
I don't think we're chump blocking.
We don't even need to do this, right?
Tap the Caryatid.
Yeah.
Tap the Caryatid, not chump blocking with him.
Ashiok. We'll bubble the Fleeceman Lion?
Yeah, I think so.
Ugh. Brutes.
That's not good.
Brutes. Alrighty.
Just start drawing some good cards next turn.
That'd be good.
We might actually have to. Well, let's see. How much? I don't know what magic cards do. How much is Kiora's ultimate?
5?
5. Okay, so we're actually close to that, right?
We
2 more
are.
turns?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't seem likely to me. I don't know.
He's only got 2 downfalls.
Something tells me that's not going to happen. Very.
Ooh, Thoughtseize, you lose.
Yeah.
My hand's garbage.
Yeah. Take 2. That Caryatid did more damage this game than any other Caryatid ever before him. Alright, so you have to attack to kill one of my guys. This is a thing you must do. Swing your nonsense. There you go. Good.
Is he attacking our planeswalkers?
He is. He's attacking Kiora. They're already
interesting.
doing their job.
He didn't draw a land. He
He
didn't
did
draw a
not
land.
draw land.
It's good because Fleeceman Lion getting hexproof is bad for Kiora.
Correct.
But
we have to block this. We have to snap block this.
Do we?
Why not? Next turn we can block with Caryatid and we win with Kiora.
Okay, sure.
Right? Like
Yeah, for sure.
he has to have like land. He has to draw downfall. He has not. He has 2 in his entire list.
Right, and he doesn't have 2 black sources right now.
He does. Well,
Or
no,
he
not
does,
right
but
this
he'd
second.
have to do it
Yeah.
next turn.
Yeah. So
He certainly doesn't have it right now, otherwise you used it instead of that Thoughtseize. He could also play another creature, and then we have to draw a creature in order to continue
sure,
blocking.
and that's awkward. So
That's
he's drawing
That's
2.
fine.
Yeah.
Have at it. That means he didn't play a creature.
Correct. So his 5th land. So that's bad for us.
Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah, whatever. Play a Lonely Bird.
Play a Lonely Bird. Exile your shit. Give me 2 downfalls. Glare of Heresy.
Are you kidding me? Where are the creatures?
Oh, get out of my house. We mate rock. He knows the Mana Confluence is here. Is it even worth playing? He might play an Urborg.
No, just keep it in your hand in case you draw the other Courser. Gain a life.
Ultimating this Kiora is going to be like so absurd. Come on. Come on, baby. One time. What do you got here? No, this murderous cut shit. Get out of here. Get out of here with that! Oh, man.
That's no good.
He was
That's
still
no good.
Caryatid. He can't kill Caryatid.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting some Krakens. That's what's happening next.
Goddamn right that's happening. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Just wish Ashiok didn't shit the bed so hard this game.
I know. We would have been so far ahead if we had got 2 guys for
Just
him.
any creature, a literal like Von Goblin Raiders would have been fantastic.
God, is this seriously happening? Come on, tell me this is happening. Stop slow rolling me, bro. You're killing me.
He was a bit slow rolly last. No, he wasn't that slow rolly last game. We
No,
had to give him.
He made the balls
He
attack, though.
bluffed. Yeah, he bluffed, and we had to soul read him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm snap blocking you.
Yeah.
This is happening. I will trade my Caryatid for the chance at Krakens. Oh god.
Now, one thing I am concerned about is if he has a Rhino or an... No, he doesn't have a Rhino. He can play it, right? I mean,
Oh,
see,
other
if he
end, I
plays a
guess.
big creature.
We may
Yeah, birds. That's not good. Because if
that's
you
not good.
Krakens is not going to win this game. In fact, we're going to lose.
Are we?
3, 6, 7, 8. We might have to.
We got a siege rhino. That's one siege rhino that he won't have.
Okay, so there's a pretty good chance we're not making Krakens this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because we're going down to 8 to play that Soul of Theros. The Soul of Theros has to block Fleece Mainline, and then we take 8 and die. So we have to bubble a bird.
Damn it.
It's fine. We get Rhino next turn. We get lifelink, and then we can make. We'll gain 11 life, and then we can make Krakens, and we can keep our Kiora. Actually, no. Kiora's going to die.
Kiora's going down. Yeah. Yeah, she's going down a blaze of glory.
Well, maybe not.
He might. Well, I guess he's got to decide if he wants to kill Kiora or kill us, right?
Right. If he's got a removal spell for the soul, we're just dead.
Sure.
There it is. Couldn't tap those lands fast enough. Rhino, we're also dead too. Sure.
Okay.
Got it. You got it, friend.
So we're dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Herald
an
of
interesting
Torment. There is one Herald of Torment.
Are they attacking our planeswalkers?
No.
Rats.
It's fine. We're just dead. It's fine. All right. Game 3.
Yeah, I did. I went to quite a few game 3s. I would say, like, I think I 2-0'd like 2 people all tournament. All of my other matches went to game 3, and a lot of them I lost game 1 too. The sideboard was just great.
So this is definitely
strange.
what we're playing against. I don't think there's any question. They only have 3 Anafenzas. And they've got all these idiots on the ground. Like, is it worth...
He boarded in Glare of Heresies against us, which is not very good against the Planeswalkers.
And I think he's probably bringing in Hunt the Hunters also.
It's probably true. Hunt the Hunter is very, very bad against Murderous Cut, though.
Yeah. So, I guess the question then comes down to... like, is Sidisi out? Is she still bad? She's going to make like a semi-endless stream of 2/2s. But
I think she is. She's 4 mana. She's a 4 mana 3/3, and they are playing much bigger creatures than she is for much less mana.
Okay. So do we still want to...
The Courser wasn't terrible.
So I mean, this Banishing Light, if he's bringing in glares, it's probably not going to be as good as we want.
Agreed. We can cut that. Negate might be good.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too.
Just because he's got to rely so hard on his removal spells.
So
if we can negate a key removal spell, then we are very much ahead. I think they seem to be better on the play than they would be on the draw because we'll have the advantage in mana.
So are we going to cut? What do you want to cut? Thoughtseize?
One negate, one Thoughtseize doesn't feel right.
No, I agree. It's got to be
like
two.
It should be one or the other.
Yeah, I think so too.
Let's Thoughtseize him.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try this out.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. On the play especially, I'm super okay with this.
Yep.
Now, is this the situation where we're going to go for the Wayfinder play?
Well, we'll see what he does.
Well, I mean, what's he going to do on turn 1? Like,
yeah, not much on turn 1. I think we Karaya it on turn 2 for sure.
That's fine. Yeah, he's doing like literal nothing. So let's see where he's at.
There's.
So he did top. So that's one small thing to be aware of. Elvish Mystic? No, we're still going to carry it, right?
Yep.
Ooh, no, this. Yeah, it's good. Air of the Wilds? Sure.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Let's play Satyr.
Satyr Wayfinder?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take the Windswept Heath. Dumping double soul in the graveyard.
Okay. It's pretty good.
And our second Kiora.
Although, the Heath is actually insane because it adds a card to the graveyard.
Play Elvish Mystic?
Yeah, play...
Or the Carrier.
We could play Elvish Mystic. We could also play the Caryatid. I like Elvish Mystic better here.
Yeah.
Because it gives us the opportunity to Murderous Cut one of his things.
Green mana is fine here.
Yeah. So we're probably going to be chump blocking with the Satyr Wayfinder just to add a card to the graveyard so that we can save a Soul of Theros.
Sure.
And then we're going to be able to kill whatever his follow-up card is on his turn 3 play. And then we'll be able to untap, bubble his Heir of the Wilds, jump Kiora onto the board, and then we're in a really good position.
2, 3, 4. Huh.
Hopefully it's not an Offensa.
It is an Offensa.
Okay. Then I guess we don't have access to Soul of Theros anymore.
Why? It doesn't.
Well, because Satyr Wayfinder is going to exile it. Satyr Wayfinder is going to get exiled.
Oh.
So we're Murderous Cutting one of his things, but we can't jump block and put Satyr Wayfinder into the graveyard down.
Gotcha, I understand. Yeah, that's pretty sad.
At least we get to kill Satyr Wayfinder, I suppose.
Sure.
And
So
it
we'll
walks.
just take this.
Yep.
Yeah, that works. It's a 3/3 too. That's awkward. Yeah. Now just have to kill this.
Maybe, well, yeah, kill that Offensa.
That's a lot of shit that we have to get rid of.
No problem.
Oh.
We got Planeswalkers. Like, well, on board, we're so far ahead right now. Get that Kiora going. Like, there's a good chance we're going to make Krakens this game.
Yeah. We can just do this. Just trying to minimize damage.
You also could go Ashiok Caryatid, but I like Kiora better, I think.
At this point.
Yeah, I like Caryatid better. I mean, I like Kiora better, sorry. But get those Krakens online as soon as possible.
We can get in for one.
For sure.
Two. Actually. No haste for you. Yeah, I think that the 4 colors in this, well,
that's like, yeah, good for him.
I guess
Then we got Ashiok
going the distance here, yeah.
Yeah, that's normally true, Real Demancy, but there are several things that make Mana Confluence excellent in this deck. One is the fact that you're playing 4 colors and have to hit a triple color requirement on your 4-drop, sometimes on turn 3 with an accelerant. And the other is that there's a lot of life gain in our deck, so that will mitigate the drawback on Mana Confluence.
Blue.
All right, let's hit a Siege Rhino this time. What do you think?
Let's do that. I think that's sweet. Or like a rock. We make rock. Rakshasa Death Dealer.
Yeah, it could be
and
worse.
2 Hunt the Hunters.
Nice.
Shit. Not worth attacking, so I'll just cast this Caryatid.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, I could play this Confluence, but
Yeah, don't bother.
I don't think so either.
If you had one more land in play, I would say you do it just because you give another Rakshasa activation.
Yeah.
If you drop the land next turn. But since we have an odd number of mana sources in play, there's no need.
It's down to 3 cards in hand, too. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is he swings with his air. We're just going to let Ashiok take 2? Like, if we let her take 2... Oh, never mind. She's going down.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. This is real good for him.
Who do these sick fucks think they are? They're unplayable.
I mean, it was played in the Pro Tour version.
Limited cards. Yeah, that was week 1. Decks are terrible.
And we're drawing hot garbage. Hot, steaming garbage.
This never happened to me. I don't know.
Alright, play this. Yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, kids. We are in trouble. I mean, he had the answers. It happens.
Yeah.
That one of Herald of Torment twice. One of
I mean,
both games.
there were plenty. He had plenty of outs with the first Herald of Torment, but that was a little.
And our second
that
Cure
was
gone
pretty.
too.
The one of 2 hero downfalls. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Scotty's the scapegoat tonight. Yeah, probably. That's okay. Herald of Torment. Wow. Just wow. I've got not much else to say on the subject.
We should draw a Titan or something.
Yeah.
Would that do it? We don't have 12 mana, let's be real.
Yeah. So
like Satyr Milititan, that'd be good. Oh, there's part 1.
Satyr. Milititan. Milititan.
It's not even that good.
Yes!
Well, there we go. We'll take it.
Alright, we're still alive. Play the Splains.
We have to tap one of the Mystics, unfortunately.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we do. Alright, fine. Do we have to do this now then? Can we wait till next turn?
I wouldn't.
Alright, because if he rondos us, we're dead.
Right. Also, he doesn't have any blockers right now.
White, white, white. F6?
It's like, whatever, dude.
F6.
Do your thing.
Yep, come on. Take 6. We gain
Draw
6.
random next turn. For lethal.
Gross. He takes 1. So good.
Yeah.
So
We're
good.
getting there.
Yeah.
We draw Rhino next turn.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yep. Can't believe I called that, too.
You've been calling them all night. Oh, man.
I've been calling what's likely to happen, not what our only possible out is.
That is true. That is true. He's in the tank. What can he draw to kill me? If 4 attackers? Then I can let him untap and die to his own Herald? What? Oh, man. He's got 3 cards in hand. They can't all be terrible.
That's an interesting point, Real Demancy. We could have decided, instead of casting the Kiora, to wait until our turn to kill Anafenza. I don't like that, though. Putting the Kiora down as soon as possible is just too important. If he doesn't Hero's Downfall it, then we run away with this game, especially with what happened here. He was very threat-like.
Oh.
He didn't attack us?
No.
Oh my god.
So we have to swing, right? Like the
Yeah,
This is
we're gonna
happening.
swing. He's got a Juzumjin in play, remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Absolutely. Swing away.
What is going on? Why did he attack? Oh no, he would have died. He didn't have a creature in his hand.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh man, we don't even need a Rhino. We're gonna win this game. Oh man, this is awesome. Nice Juzumjin.
Stop hurting yourself. Stop hurting yourself. He's at 1. Can't use caves for colored mana. Not that it needs it, but
Oh wow.
no fetch lands. No Thoughtseize. Yes! Yeah, 3 lands in hand.
That was quite excellent.
Oh, we draw Thoughtseize. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had nothing else coming.
Wow.
That was excellent. That was a good game to go through one on.
Woo!
That was definitely a good game to end the night on.
Yeah, I agree. Wow. Just wow. Okay. All right, so verdict. What do you think? What did you like? What did you not like about the changes?
I think that the Kioras and the Ashioks were underwhelming.
Okay.
I like the concept of diversifying my threats, but that only seems really good against blue-white because the other decks in which that's good against, they have answers for them as well, like Hero's Downfalls. And honestly, blue-white doesn't even think like blue-white runs a playset of Banishing Lights, so yeah, I can glare those off the board or hit it with my own Banishing Light or something, but it just doesn't seem like it didn't seem like they did very much to me. And they don't block, and they just take damage and allow your opponent to, if you don't have creatures to be able, the Ashioks especially, not as much Kiora, but the Ashioks for sure. If you don't have creatures in play when you drop the Ashiok and you just like drop it on the board when he has a creature in play, then it's just going to soak up some damage, but your opponent is going to be able to gain board control very easily.
I agree.
So, and I don't know, it just seems like the game would snowball from that point in his favor.
How do you feel about a main deck Farika in its spot? Like, Farika seems like it's.
I don't hate that. Farika was excellent for me. Farika's always been excellent, so I don't hate a main deck Farika. That's worth trying out next for sure. I do think I missed the Commune with the Gods. The Murderous Cuts weren't nearly as good for us in this event as they were for me last weekend, and Commune with the Gods has a lot to do with that. Like, as good as Satyr Wayfinder is with Murderous Cut, Commune with the Gods is even better because Satyr puts 3 cards in the graveyard, which is not enough to cast a 1-mana Murderous Cut.
But Commune can put 5.
Commune always puts 5.
Well, 4. Yeah.
Because it is a spell itself, and it goes to the graveyard.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because you can fail to find also, and if that's the case, right? Like,
that's true. Yeah, and in that case, it's 6. Yeah. But it'll always give you enough for a Murderous Cut to go off, and it digs you to your best creatures, whatever your best creature may be at the time, and it puts Soul of Theros in your graveyard. It's just glue. It's really it's not impressive, but it ties the room together. So I like the Communes. I think I'd put those back in. The Treasure Cruise was great. I think it was better than Thoughtseize. And I wouldn't hate playing a second one, especially if I'm adding Commune with the Gods back into my deck.
I was thinking that too. But, I was actually
at least adding a second one to the sideboard.
Yeah, I felt really good. Well, and you got space if you're going to cut the walkers. I felt like the mana was actually really good. I never once really felt... Yeah, and like I never really felt like we were short, you know? Except for the one game where Ashiok took 9 of them. So, I mean, that happens, right?
There was that. Also, in round 1, when we kept the 1-lander with the Caryatid and the Wayfinder in our hand on the play.
Sure.
But... that doesn't have anything to do with the colors of the deck. That's just a quantity.
Yeah. No, and that's what I'm saying. But like, I was actually happy. That Temple of Mystery, I think, was good. Like, it was nice. It was the additional blue source, and not having to draw too many Mystics was pretty sweet too.
But that would be the Treasure Cruise slot, I think, right? It was this Temple of Mystery. Yeah. So if we were to add a second Treasure Cruise to the deck, we'd have to cut the Temple, because the deck that I ran, I believe, only played 22.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing too is, I guess if you are cruising, you're probably drawing more lands.
That is true, but by the time that you are able to cast the cruise, it'll already be like turn 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, or later. Okay. So lands aren't going to be an issue so much. It's definitely a late game card. So we're cutting a land for a late game card, or rather, we cut a late game card for a land.
In this case.
In this situation.
Yeah.
And it was fine, but I don't know. It's the thing. Like, these changes are all very minuscule and they don't really affect the deck all that much because the core package of the deck is just so powerful that it's hard to notice the effect of these small changes.
See, and you know what, Chris, I disagree with you. Respectfully, I disagree with you. And the reason for that is just simply, in this deck, you see a million fucking cards. Like, you end up seeing a lot of different cards, whether you're looking at the top of your deck, whether you're looking at, whether you're milling stuff over, and provided you're picking the right bullets to try to deal with, right? Then, I mean, I get that the Planeswalkers in this case don't fit the bill. But, I mean, if you're looking to add another creature to change it up, or if you're adding something that you're going to hit on Commune, as an example, right, then I think it matters. I think the little things do matter. Because
I'm not saying that they don't matter. I'm saying it's hard to figure them out with a little amount of reps that we've put in at this point.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
When you make these very tiny tweaks to decks, like you really are just unless you've just done it for millions of years and even like dozens of games with specific decks. A lot of it is just guesswork and theorizing and experience from other older archetypes and stuff. So, and I'm a bit rusty from Magic because I haven't played Magic in a year. So, I'm working a little slower than I normally do, admittedly. So I'm honestly not really sure. Like the thing is that there's tons and tons of options as to what we can play.
Yeah.
So I'm just going over them at this point. I don't really know. Treasure Cruise would be better or the land would be better. It's just hard to tell, without playing a lot more.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I'll be jamming this now until I think that the summation that you had on the deck being that it's the most powerful thing you can do in Standard right now, I think it's 100% correct. Like, it's
for sure.
I guess I should clarify. It's the most powerful fair thing you can be doing in Standard right now. Because Jeskai Ascendancy is a deck.
Yeah, but that deck's not very...
I mean, I'm not saying it's good, but,
I wish
that circumvent everything is powerful, right?
Sort of. It's powerful when it works.
But, yeah.
I mean, have you ever played against Nasty's deck when it doesn't work?
Yeah.
Because he's playing what's that card called? Rollicker?
Yes.
Balling Rollicker? Whatever.
Yeah.
That's not a very powerful card.
No. That's true. Yeah, deep synergy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, I mean, you've got there's a few sideboard slots that are here, too. The one thing that I was really, really impressed with was actually, and I thought it was going to be a nightmare, and we played it twice, was the Abzan aggro matchup. And we talked about it briefly. But you just need to kind of like survive the opening turns because our late game is amazing. They don't have coursers and caryatids to help them jump curve or filter their draws at all. So they're 100% at the mercy of their top decks, which means more often than not they don't have it.
Right. The object of the game is usually to activate Soul of Theros profitably. If we could do that, activating it while Soul of Theros is in play, we'll automatically win the game more or less, as we saw in Game 1 in that last match. And then activating it from the graveyard, as we saw in the last game that we played. We had pretty much nothing else going for us. All we did was just activate a Soul of Theros once, and that was good enough.
Yeah.
So survive the game so that you can get to that point without giving up too much of the board, and you're good to go. And it's not that difficult to do.
No.
I mean, when you play Siege Rhinos and Wingmate Rocks and Murderous Cuts, all that jazz.
Yeah. So the fourth Wingmate Rock was good. If you are going to play Communes as well, I can 100% understand cutting back to 3 if that's something that you want to do, right? Because I mean,
because
then
that lets
more
you find
cards.
your Wingmate Rocks. So yeah.
But I mean, the card was very good. It's just even if you wanted that to be your Treasure Cruise slot, you could conceivably still run the 23rd land.
Right. And I know Caleb is playing 4 Wingmate Rocks. He went to 4 Wingmate Rocks in his list that he played on Sunday, I think. And he's played this deck quite a bit more than myself, and I think he's a better Magic player than I am. So I trust his judgment when it comes to deck building. I think he's got a very strong mind for deck building. So
Nice.
If he thinks 4 Wingmate Rocks are correct, then I'm not going to argue with him at this point.
No, man, I hear you. Loud and clear. Sweet. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was our standard daily. We went 3-1. It was a lot of fun. The deck is super powerful. I am like 90% chance to be playing something like this weekend. That's pretty super amazing for me, I have to tell you. I just hope my Wingmate Rocks come in on time. Fun. Yeah.
We didn't Wingmate Rock very many people tonight. I noticed that. Considering we have 4 copies in the main deck, we didn't get too many of those.
No. And you know what?
But
they're really good to race with. Also, like you can just get in for 6 and gain 3 life or whatever, right? Like what
it's
else?
It's a 5 mana 6/8 flying. Are you kidding me? Those stats are insane. And it doesn't die to a removal spell.
Yeah, it's really good. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back. We will be streaming on Thursday, so make sure you come and check it out. Give the stream a follow, and thank you very much. Don't forget, Chris's Twitch channel is up there. It is scrolling underneath his name.
I haven't really streamed since like October, but now that I'm playing Magic again, there's a good chance I'll be streaming Magic, and then I'll probably stream Hearthstone, like maybe like 2 days out of the week, and Magic 3 days out of the week. I don't know how often I'm going to stream, of course, but if I end up starting to stream more, it'll probably be a mix of the two, and there'll be a schedule and all that good stuff. So
awesome.
Yeah, appreciate. Glad you enjoyed the show, Spike Mo.
Well, listen. Anytime you want to come back and battle, and you've got something to show off, you want to do some legacy stuff at any time, man.
Yeah, sounds
give me
good.
a buzz. I'll do it.
I've got sweet legacy ideas for days, man.
Nice.
We'll play all the crazy shit. Like right now, I think, for example, Tin Fins is really well positioned. I've never played the deck. I have no idea how to play the deck, but I'm willing to figure it out because I think graveyard decks are really good right now, and that deck is really fast, and fast combo decks are really good right now.
Yeah.
So
I played my first Legacy game. Well, I mean, Legacy as Legacy, not Type 1.5. Okay. Yeah, because that's how long I've been
playing. The good old days.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah. I've been playing back. I've been playing since then too.
Yeah.
So when they had dual lands and
Yeah. So, I played my first actual Legacy game the other day, and somebody just handed me Omnitel, and I was like,
I think that deck's really good.
It was a lot of fun with like dig through times and shit in it. It was amazing.
Yeah, dig through time is great for that deck. It's the best thing that happened to that deck.
Yeah.
One card
after omniscience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, it was a lot of fun, and I beat my Manaless Dredge player like a rented mule. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, Manaless Dredge is not very good.
No. But, yeah, so, that would be sweet. So, we'll be in touch. It'll be awesome. Shout-outs to anyone that you want to give?
Let's see. Thanks, everybody who's excited to see that I'm back to Magic. I really appreciate it. Everybody's support really means a ton to me. You know, I'm not going to, say... It doesn't get really said enough how much everybody's support means to all of the people who grind Magic in and out all the time. You know, we wouldn't be doing it if you guys without everybody. So also all my friends, any of my friends that are in the chat, what's up? Thanks for watching me, all that good stuff. So hopefully you'll see some more content from me Magic related in the future. And yeah. Catch you later, maybe at an event, say hi, all that good stuff.
That's awesome. Well, welcome back, Mr. Andersen. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We'll see you all on Thursday, and have a super wicked week.
Bye, everybody.